For my depth chart, I'm pretty much set for the season. I have like nothing to worry about. And I love that. I don't need to do anything more. I might get a right
I
back in on loan. You know what I like about going up to the Premier League? There's no
what?
pressure to finish at the top. You just got to survive. That's it.
Yeah,
But so much easier
yeah.
than the constant scraps to get into the top, few teams. Yeah,
I expect us to get mid-table. That's like my expectation.
not bad.
For me, at least.
Hey,
You probably can make Europe at the first time of asking. You are going to become a coach.
I'm not sure if I can, but gonna try. Da, 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 da.
I'm still working on my U18 staff, so I'll be a couple minutes.
Yeah, you got all kinds of. Why does nobody say hi to me? Why does everybody say hi to Jacob? It's funny.
Oh, hi guys.
Everybody says hi to you.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm amused.
Um, None of these coaches are good. That's the problem.
Mm.
You look decent.
You say hi to me
Okay,
multiple
well,
times a day. That's fair.
alright. That's two coaches.
And you're just being funny. Okay, that's also fair.
Okay, you look good. But you better. Let's see. 30, 42, 27, and 15 is also 42. You're fickle, so we're going with this guy. U18s, no, you're not going to be the head coach. Calm down. I'll pay you twice as much as you want, but you're not going to be the head coach. Let's look for a fitness coach as well. Oh, what is that? 28, 36. 28, 37. So you're better. All these coaches that I'm signing are freaking Scandinavian too.
They're all lunatics.
Yeah. All right. Now we need an assistant coach and a head coach. Which actually, believe it or not, were the toughest ones I couldn't find anybody for. Like
I have that hard time believing that, but reputation will jump up soon.
I did find you can turn it on, but I'd prefer it off. Um, I found an assistant coach at least. Now we need a better head coach.
Head coach.
Paul Hall.
Because that's what they call it
What a
in
name.
North American talk. Head coach.
Oh, instead of a manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, used to have the language set to British English,
Mhm.
and so it would have all the you know, British English lingo,
Yeah.
like
Which is
fixtures,
that's how
table.
I play
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Because that's the lingo I'm used to in reference to this.
sure, sure.
I mean, the juvenile in me wants to make a joke every single time you say head coach. I go, there's a coach for that?
Mm, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Well, That's just because of that nurse joke I made way back. Mm, jelly beans.
Who the hell is Colin?
What?
No, I'm just apparently I made an offer for somebody in Liverpool, or Bolton is doing the same thing.
Uh huh. You made a loan offer for someone?
I don't know. Just look.
It's. I hope that the AI didn't do that when I accidentally moved ahead one day. That's possible. Just so you know.
Okay, let me see.
I hope that's not the case. I hit the button and it moved
No,
forward one day, and I was like,
no.
"Oops."
I
uh,
mean, granted, he's not like bad, but like he's not good either. He's just there.
yeah. Okay. So I think the AI might have done that, and I'm really sorry.
No, no, they didn't make an offer. They didn't make an offer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. I didn't even get to do anything with transfers, unfortunately, or scouting even.
Hmm.
I know I start last time we played. I started redoing my scouting network. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You started redoing your scouting network. I was thinking about that. That's a good idea.
yeah, especially now that we can scout the world and we don't have to worry about the money.
I'm also trying to figure out where the hell didn't I buy another goalkeeper? I guess I didn't. Wait, I bought one from you, didn't I?
Yes, 15-year-old, I think. Just-
This guy. Okay, yeah, that because that gives me a third goalkeeper on my team. Man, I can't believe how thin I am in that department.
well, I want to like have a U18 squad like I did at AGF, and like you know have a very good U18 squad. But
Hmm.
that's gonna take some time. We're in England now, not Denmark.
Yeah, it does take a lot more time.
I don't know. Oh, I have staff contracts getting ready to expire. I don't know if you have it set to do it yourself, but don't forget to do some preseason friendlies.
Yeah, well, I'll check. I think the my manager usually does them, but I like putting a few in there on my own.
Oh, I do it all myself. I don't let.
Well, it's because I have some affiliates that are automatic,
True.
coming from my
Um,
affiliations. These guys are sold, so I don't have to put them. Few players on the way out, but that's how I managed to afford to buy Jesper Peterson.
see, he's a chief scout, but he's got fucking 8 adaptability. Like, but he's
He's,
14, 16 for his attributes, so it's like I don't really have a choice.
the new schedule isn't even out yet.
No, no. So basically, what I do is I'll look at the schedule from last year and see when the first day of games are,
Oh,
and then compare it to the calendar that we're currently on. And so I'll make sure my last friendly is a week before the first game of the season.
indeed. I see what you're saying.
Lee Wallace, yes, we can. Wow, Okay. Lee Wallace, we can keep for 3 years. I think he's been with us the entire rise of the leagues.
The rise of the leagues. That's impressive.
Yeah, but I think he was also at the club like before I got there.
Probably. It's even more impressive, honestly. Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay, okay. Do me a favor.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry.
Hi, back. I'm Jacob. Nice to meet you.
Oh, good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all night.
That was funny. But well, you hadn't moved forward yet, so you weren't waiting on me, and that's all right. No rush.
Nope.
Take your time.
Sure.
I'm not
Yes.
in a
Thank you.
hurry.
Thank you.
I can keep reviewing my
Mm,
team as many times as I need. Trying to poke
So
holes in it.
August 9th is going to be the first game of the season. Schedule friendly. Okay. Multiple friendly match. You know, let's do them away this time. Oh, AGF. There we go. Range teams. We- You won't let us. Oh, these are all away matches. That's why.
All
Oh,
right.
let's fix this.
Do the thing you suggested. Premier League started on August 10th, but the Community Shield was August 3rd.
Um, you can.
So right here is likely the first day of the season.
So what I did was go back to the schedule, the league schedule.
I've already done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've already figured out where they started last year.
Okay.
That's good enough.
Multiple friendly matches, training camp, AGF, larger reputation teams. Do City and United.
You're going to play City and United. Wow, you're going for it.
Very friendly. Okay. Will you let us go to Celtic? Okay. I'll go to Scotland. Can I do it twice? Nah, I don't want to risk bugging the game out. Go to Burnley.
There we go.
And then one more. There's going to be a Premier League side away from home. Can't do Celtic. It looks like none of these teams are Premier League teams.
So it's
Instead
strange.
of
I have it clicked off that my staff makes friendlies for me, but it still automatically makes friendlies for me.
interesting.
Oh,
Can I continue?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Two teams rejected friendly proposals.
All right, so we have quite a quite a schedule. We go Bournemouth, Ajaccio from France. I don't know how to pronounce the team name. Then we go Celtic, AGF, City United, and Everton. Those are our preseason games.
Wow.
Yeah, it's it'll be a fun one.
Let's see.
But do I have my training calendar in here? I do. Calendar. Oh, it didn't. Schedules. Import schedule. FM20. No.
Yeah, let's see if they accept.
FM23.
I don't know why these guys rejected right here. Did they say why they rejected the friendly?
I don't think they normally do.
No, it says in addition to traveling time, they don't think they'll get any benefit from playing a team of our stature. Although it's weird because they are an affiliate club of mine, and we're supposed to be 100% chance of playing in a friendly. So weird.
Alright. I don't have my preseason schedule, so it looks like I gotta do this as best I can. Now,
Oh, you know what?
defending.
I see what I did. Well, if they don't accept it this time, I'll change it.
Mm, no, ground defense. Okay, we'll just go week by week.
Okay, yeah, they rejected. But I know why. Away. There we go. That fix it. Preseason. Lots of physical training in there. There, see, now Stevenage accepted the friendly proposal because I fixed it. Random new follower.
Not in here.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Oh, it's a bot.
Sorry, say that again. New follower?
Yeah, but somebody advertising.
Yeah. So yes, but no.
Sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
Somebody pop it in to advertise their bullshit. Yeah, it's funny. Last time we were playing, got 3 new followers. Come back the next day, 2 of them
Yes.
already unfollowed.
Oh well.
Yeah, like, why do they do that? We increased our stature significantly.
You and us both.
This is a good thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, where is the friendly I just arranged?
Look at
It's
this
right there.
next season
I got it.
schedule.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
It was blank a minute ago. It finally filled in. Hmm.
72. No.
Oh yeah. Shit. All right, a bunch of these guys are out on loan, so I can't have them on my team. Do. All right, who's the other guy coming back? Stuart Griffiths. I really don't care about this guy. 23. Well, can't recall them, so I'll have to wait for the 30th.
We don't have a confident right midfielder.
Championship signing of the season: Stamenkovic, followed by Tonsberg. Oh, Jensen was 5th. Yeah, 3 of the top 5 signing of the season candidates.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on that. Dun, 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 dun.
Stop. I knew that. Don't show this message again. Anderson has yeah. Shit hikeys. How much is he? How much did we get him for? $3 million Fucking hell, that's a steal. That's just not fair.
Top one and left one are backwards. Top one and left one are backwards, man. Head performance analyst. Okay, sure. Love when they come to you. They're like, "We're going to discuss this club improvement. We're going to pay your head performance analyst more money." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Go ahead." Like,
All right, so we reached the third round just by being in the Premier League. So that's that. We're in the second round just because we're in the Premier League. So there's that. So we're gonna reach the third round
yeah.
in the Carabao Cup, and we're gonna reach the fourth round in the FA Cup.
Yeah, I don't think you will, but that's okay. I don't think I will either. I said the same thing, so.
Fine, you just have to win one game.
I
So
suppose that's true. Right, I forgot about that. I should have said fifth round. Damn it. I always forget that you start from later.
desired. All right, we'll be ballsy. I don't want to have 6666
What?
as a wage budget.
Uh, yeah, no. Wait, 666,000? You got a higher wage budget than me? Wow.
No. It was two hundred
Oh,
sixty-six thousand 666.
that's a bit much.
Yeah, City's link was terminated. We knew that was going to happen.
Yep, same thing happened with my Liverpool one. Right, that's why I went and got a different affiliate from lower down. Hey, my striker now knows how to speak English finally. Well, that can only mean improvement from him, right?
Mhm.
He played that whole season without knowing how to speak English well. Hmm. But yep, every single season we've pressured ourselves to be in the top, promotion areas. Now we don't got to worry about that anymore. Now it's every point
Now we just
matters.
yes.
Yep.
All right, so we don't want Hall. Cancel. Okay. We start off Middlesbrough, West Ham, Southampton, Accrington, Wolves.
Tottenham, Leeds, Leicester, Rochdale. Hmm. Away to Tottenham's. Yeah. Leicester, Leeds, Rochdale. Norwich, Everton. Tough. Away to Arsenal. Fulham. Oh,
Oh,
there's City away. Then so I got City, Chelsea, United as a run of 3 games.
I have the same three run of games, but in a different order.
City, Chelsea, United. Oh, fun.
I have them in the same order actually. At the end of the season, we
Yeah,
go City, Chelsea, United.
yeah, but then they'll be home and away. It's yeah, it should be a mirror, almost a mirror image of one another, almost, but not quite.
Um,
Mm,
yeah. So
mm.
my drink, my last 5 games of the regular season in order go home to Arsenal, away to Fulham, home to City, away to Chelsea, and home to United.
Wow. My very
Yeah.
last game is away to Liverpool, so hopefully I will have secured European competition by then, so I don't have to give a damn about that match. See, like right there, boom.
U18
Sheffield,
first,
except
too.
oh, that's for the U21s. Okay, good. Never mind. I'm good.
Excuse me.
Damn good. Don't want to add any more friendlies, so I want to stick with just these 5. Well, lots of training in between. No 2 matches per week for the off season, especially since my U21s play on the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Do some defending over here. I went to go see if my squad wanted any particular type of training, and I'm like, wait, they're not back yet.
Couple days.
The only training they want is to stay in bed till noon. I woke up at 3:30 today. It was nice.
Oh. I'm at work, man.
Josier. 11.5 million for that guy, and he instantly joins your team and is worth 38.
Oh.
Well, that's just how good he is, I guess.
What's player?
Hmm?
Are you talking about one of my players?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
30 million, you said?
Yeah. Joined your team, and he's basically, his value went way, way up.
Who was it?
Josier.
Oh.
Yeah, you bought him for 11.5 in my currency, and he shows up and he's worth 38 million.
Oh.
That divisional reputation boost.
Yep.
Yeah. But he is a top player, so it was a good ad. And not on loan for once.
$13.5.
Stop trying to hire away my staff. Tottenham. I'll smack you.
Years. $13.5.
Why do I care about this?
5.
This guy must be on my short list.
Guys, come on.
Some reason I didn't sign this guy. Did he just want a ridiculous amount of money? Seems right. Oh, plus he's not quite tall enough to be. Central defender, and I don't need him to play the left side. That must be what it is. Hmm. Let's see. Martin Jensen. Why can't I check him while I'm... He has no player traits at all. Training. Oh, I can't discuss a new trait because he's on holiday. Well, how am I supposed to have this discussion with him then? Goals. All right, let's do a goal target. How about 10 goals? Whatever. I'm just going to give him a new contract. I don't need to sit here and argue with this guy. I have the money. I don't need to be cheap. He's making 60. What? He's already he's the highest paid player on the bench already. Oh, whatever. 44 to 53. He wants to be one of my highest paid players. He sits on the bench. What the actual F? Whatever. I'm going to go into contract negotiations. I will give him a contract he's likely to reject. And then I can just trigger his extension clause and say, look, I agreed to offer you a contract, but not necessarily the one you wanted. You know, I love that argument. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, he's willing to negotiate? I thought for sure he was just going to flat out reject this. Big loyalty bonuses tend to balance these things out, eh? Yeah, okay. Cool. There we go. It's got a huge loyalty bonus, but his weekly wage is within manageable expectations. Probably should give David Neto a new one too. He's got 4 years plus the 3-year. Still got 7 years left on his contract, but I don't want to make him mad either.
Wow.
What?
Rodrigo's going right into my starting lineup.
Yeah. He is. That's not a surprise. Obviously, so is that Josier guy. Obviously.
Yes. I'm just looking at my lineup now. Dickey's gonna be gone. Carrington's gonna be gone. Yeah. I have no depth whatsoever.
Well, you know, focus on your starting 11 and then worry about depth. My depth is all extremely raw young kids. My starting 11 is quite the drop off after them. I have one decent backup midfielder, and after that, yeah, it's all young, unproven players backing up. Nice starting 11. Yeah, get your starting 11 in there. That's what matters first.
All right. Still got loans. Oh, they accepted it.
Who
Oh,
accepted
this is
what?
gonna. Oh,
What?
I guess it's Sao Paulo. No, it's not Sao Paulo. Palmeiras, Brazilian side accepted. Oh, he has no teamwork. A bid for me for Luis Guilherme.
Oh yeah, you didn't expect that.
No, he's another four jumping reach player.
Yeah, but if he's playing what wing, who knows? What does he play?
Wang, he'll play him on the left wing. All right, so he's gonna want $30,000 a week. I mean,
That's Premier League money. That's what they make. It's a bargain for if he's a first teamer for the Premier League. And, oh, Louis Guillermo. Okay, sorry. Yes, I've had him before. Sorry, it took me a second to remember to figure out the name you said.
actually very interested.
Trying to remember how. What's that?
He's actually very interested.
In moving to the Premier League?
Well, okay, yeah, I guess you're
He's
right.
playing for a Brazilian side, and he can go to the Premier League. Yeah, this is kind of what they go for, isn't it? Those Brazilian guys. What I'm surprised of is that he's still playing in Brazil. Like he's a guy that usually gets bought up by a Premier League club by now, and it hasn't happened.
All right, give
But
me
yeah,
a second.
I've had this guy before on teams, so he's good. I know he's decent.
Thank you.
Got to get a good attacker like this. Yeah. He's really not bad at all, though. I mean, sure, not great jumping, but for a left winger, who cares? His teamwork's not great. You're right, but that's the only real drawback on him. Well, I guess his determination isn't the greatest, but he's 25. He's not going to get a lot better. He will get better, but just not a lot better. Who knows what he'll actually do, though? Plus, teamwork's one of those things where if you've got high teamwork on your team, which I think you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
here's your teamwork. Let's go down the list. Just about everyone on your team is like even your starting goalkeeper is only a 6. Your backup goalkeeper is only a 5. David Obu is only a 3, but most of them are pretty high.
So this is what I'm gonna do to encourage his teamwork.
Uh,
I'm gonna lower his appearance fee, lower his goal bonus, and offset that by adding an assist bonus.
oh,
Can I make it semi-permeable? Yeah. $1 million. 100K. Okay.
I do do
Ah, fuck, it's 4
do.
years. Whatever.
I do do do.
I'm curious, where are we projected to finish right now?
Oh, I didn't look.
Dead last.
I
Although it's not as bad as I thought. Like,
I'm not surprised, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Obviously,
mhm.
Jonas Wind went to Lingby. Hmm. How about that?
Yeah, just saw that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
from Juventus. Little things that I normally don't notice. That one made my ears perk up a little. I'm like, hey, I know that name.
So much
Uh,
mail.
you've got mail. Let's see. 1.5. Glad you like that.
Yes, I'm old enough to remember that.
Yep. Yep. I'm old enough to remember when email didn't exist at all. So, the word download used to bother the hell out of me.
Bar attention. Oh,
All right. Finally, all of my players who are moving are moving. Or at least they will be pretty quick here. What? Why was my friendly canceled? Oh, damn them. Their season starts, so I can't play them then. Fine, be that way. I'll play these guys. The next closest team to Joanne's village. No, I already made them an affiliate and I'm playing them. The next closest. Beauvais. Yeah, they were close, remember? No, your village. It's close to your village. You don't live in a city. No, that's what I'm saying. It was the next closest to your village.
how can I hit continue? Or are you
Oh
still
no, go
doing
ahead.
it?
Yeah, no, go nuts, go nuts.
Okay.
Yeah. I've dealt with that already. Don't worry about that.
Oh, don't tell me go nuts. I'll have no wage budget left.
That's not what I meant.
All right, now we need a goalkeeper.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so there's my 3 new signings are all here, and a couple of my guys who left have left. Need to make a couple of changes here. Who's my backup winger in my starting 9? Ooh, I don't even have a backup. Oh, wait. Ranford. Rainford's not going anywhere, though, guys. I don't know why they got there. And Rodrigo. Oh, dear. Let's get him re-signed because I don't want him to have important player status. Contract. Discuss with new agent. Oh, God, these guys want a lot of money. You're not going to be an important player. You can be a regular starter, though. Good. Glad you agree with this. What is this relegation release clause crap? We're not getting relegated. That's just not going to happen. There's no realm in reality in which we will get relegated. Did you? Yeah, you looked at the odds. Where are we picked to finish?
I think it was ninth. I'll look again.
9th isn't bad. I don't mind that at all.
Hold on.
No, you got me excited.
12th.
12th is actually not
Yeah.
too shabby. We're not picked to go right back down, so that makes me happy right away. Guys are starting to get a little greedy for my liking. Okay, there we go. Rodriguez will be re-signed with his important player status removed. which is good because he's no longer in my starting 11. But my bench is starting to get more expensive, which is bound to happen. Sure can. Code of conduct and that's excellent. I have nothing else to talk about. Not going to set any expectations for the season on these guys.
Excuse me.
I don't care about this guy. I'm going to take him off my short list because I'm sick of getting rumors about him being bought up. It's like, he wasn't good enough for me. I don't know why I kept him on my short list. Napoli are trying to buy Stephenson. That's nice. Goodbye. And this is my starting 11 there. Wait, who else did I just bring in? All right, I made the Ankerson is now here permanently. I bought one other person. Let's see. Damn it. Here it is. Matthew Baker. From where did I buy you? Ipswich Town.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's what I need to do. All right, I'm gonna need another couple minutes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Fourth choice defensive midfielder, eh? No, that can't be right. Oops. Oh, shit. Because Jensen. Where the hell? No, there's no way you're over
Oh, hold on.
margining. Bishop would be 8. I'm just so happy we're going to have 9 on the bench now. It's like stoked. Makes it so much easier to plan my team. Okay, so there you are, fourth choice as a squad player. Much better.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. No. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. Mhm. Yeah. Here, here, here. You know what? I know. They're on there. You are going to be the guinea pig. You defense. Okay. I need mental and tactical. Mental. And I said what? Tactical.
Tactical. Mental and tactical.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Hey, you say it out loud and I hear it. I try my best. Let's see. So those guys are in competitions there.
Did I sign you? No.
Top seven's predicted to be the 7 biggest clubs. Go figure. Uh, we have 300 to 1 odds, and we're going to pick to finish it. 1,000 to 1 for Rochdale. Yeah. Dim some long odds. And yet,
Mental and tactical.
we know we're going to do better than this.
It's 2. Alright, so 16 and 18 is 34.
34.
34 and 13 is 47.
It is.
36 and 13 is 49, which makes you the better coach.
You got a system, do you?
Yeah, I look at their DMD. That's usually my.
Seems reasonable.
I think it actually has more of effect than the actual attributes. When you combine the DMD versus a specific attribute.
Yeah, that
Training,
seems perfectly reasonable.
butchers, mental, tactical, transfers, mental. Am I?
You're about to say something.
I know. Okay. Mental, tactical. Uh, mental,
Tactical.
tactical. This is the wrong. This is the wrong one. It's fine. Sorry. As much as I'd like to sign you, I don't really want to spend $450,000 to buy you out.
Kind of hard to blame you there.
Yeah, it was an AGF coach that I didn't even sign, believe it or not.
I do believe it. Both of our managers have familiarity with that area, so it's not a surprise that those coaches come up.
True.
It's your manager's familiarity that contributes to what shows up in your lists. And yet we have extensive knowledge for Denmark, England, and for me, Canada. You probably have USA.
For me, the USA,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Are you available for loan? Hmm.
I don't give players away for free. Well, for the first time in as long as I can remember, there are 0 lone players on my team. How long that will last remains
Now,
to be seen.
yeah.
I don't know if I need anybody, though. That's the main thing. Maybe a right back, but I have my first two choices already in place. So if I loaned one in, it would be a third choice right back, and I just don't think that's fair. Having said that, who's starting right back for my U21s? That's where it might get interesting. Okay, yeah, so I might need to bring one in just to play them in my U21s. Or I could teach this guy.
Decent Premier League player. When's your contract up, 30? I mean, no.
Let's do that. Let's retrain him.
Went 5. Fine.
Oops.
Uh, Transfers.
There. I think that's sufficient. Why does it keep moving? I didn't hit continue.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
No, but I didn't, is the weird thing.
Oh,
Could I interest you in a loan?
me?
Yeah, you.
Um, in a moment.
Hmm. You know who it's going to be.
I do.
You do. I'm guessing you're not getting those notifications then. Okay, well, no problem.
No, no. I have to go to my transfers. I'm
It's
talking to a player right now.
not a worry. You do what you need to do.
I didn't get anything yet. Maybe I have to hit continue.
No. No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So on my team, I have Liam Tarrington.
Oh.
I'd like to loan him to you
Okay.
because
Okay.
I didn't sign him to play on my first team. I signed him to loan him, and I figured, hey, that way you can keep him and have some depth. Like you said, you were
I'm not
lacking
gonna
depth.
say no to that.
Yeah,
I will not say no to that.
yeah, for half of his wages, if that's okay with you. It's only going to be 7,500 in my currency, and that's pretty cheap for a Premier League player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I lower his team status though, or make it
Squad,
lower?
squad, squad is fine. Squad is fine as long as
Okay.
you going to get some games and rotate in. Doesn't have to be in your starting 11. I'm okay with that. But I know he'll play games because I know he can play in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not gonna say no to that loan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising. AGF only wanted 2.2 million for him. I'm like, okay. I'm surprised you didn't pay 2.2 million for him. He's worth that, but it's okay.
I I had to pay. He had a an optional clause
Oh.
at 7.5 for me.
Okay, and his value ended up
Yeah.
going way down because his contract's up after one more year.
Uh, I wish I saw that.
Yeah, you probably could have offered them 2.2 and gotten him, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, having those,
You offer him?
I can't offer him. You have to make an offer for him.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I knew that. I knew that.
yeah, I was waiting for it. Yeah, he's ready to go. God, he's a decent defender. I just don't have space to put him in my top 4 even
Oh,
right now. Well, I guess he would be 4th, but I want to develop this other young guy that I committed to. So he'll get a lot more playing time on your team, and therefore his value will go up.
look, he's English. I'm looking for a Dane.
No, no, he's English. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I remember when you brought him
Oh,
in, you brought him in from
Rochdale
Hartlepool
cannot
to AGF. Huh? Sorry.
Rochdale cannot loan this player in, as doing so will break one or more of the loan rules.
Oh,
Squad must have no more than 2 long-term domestic-based loan players,
oh.
and I have 3.
All right. I guess I have to find a
I
way
have
to work him into my rotation.
I have 3.
All right. Fair enough.
That's a problem. U21, U21, U21. Wait, I have a way around it.
Hmm.
Oh, but he just signed with you, so he's not gonna wanna do it.
Well, okay. I don't know what you were going to say.
I was gonna say, why don't I sign him for 0, and then you have a buyback clause for 0.
Oh, yeah. He won't do that. You're right.
Yeah.
It's an interesting way around it, but yeah, no, having just signed, that won't work.
Yeah, that won't work until January, probably. Well,
I'll just throw him into my rotation. I'll just have to give this kid more playing time.
um,
U21s. There.
you said
Bishop,
long
Abdullah,
term. What
Kirkwood.
about short term?
Oh yeah, I guess if you did 6 months and then renewed it for 6 months, it should work.
I wasn't able to even offer the loan. That's the thing.
Oh well, then it's possible that you can't.
Yeah.
Probably because you have too many domestic-based loans. But it is what it is. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You weren't planning on having him anyways. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. I just thought, hey, this is a good easy grab for me. 2.2 million. I can afford that, and I don't mind having depth at a position I use 3 players in.
Oh, I got a defender too. He's actually better, and
Well, there you go. Good. Because let's
does he play
see.
on the left? Yeah.
You have Morrison, but his contract expired.
Please don't try and get any of my players right now.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just
Okay,
noting who
okay.
you have for going forward. He's not a Premier League player anyway. Ongengda, you have him. He's good. Just looking over who your depth is at center back. Daniel Austin. Is he new?
No.
Oh, well, he has the potential to be a Premier League player, so that's good at least. Throwing him in couldn't hurt. What else do you have? Mbete, although he's 27, so we're not going to Mbete on him getting any better. uh,
Such a knee flapper.
I liked it. Digbereku. Oh, yeah, he's not bad. He'll do a job if you need him to. How would you pay for him? 7.5. He joins your team and he's up to 24. I love buying teams in the Premier League or buying players in the Premier League. They're just instantly worth more. It's so much fun to look at. Who else did you get here? Gareth Brewerton? He's not new. No, you got him last year. He's not going to ever make the Premier League, it doesn't look like.
I'm, I'm gonna hit continue now, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, and then, yeah, of course, you got Rodrigo, who is more than capable and will develop. Gotta like that. See, you're going to have a lot of young guys, but so what? That's not the worst thing in the world because they'll get better as the season goes on.
We beat Bournemouth, everybody. We beat Bournemouth.
Oh, you already had a friendly?
Yes.
Dang. Although my first friendly is against Clitheroe, so I'm not going to have any trouble winning. I actually don't have any tough teams. I didn't. The tough teams I tried to play all rejected my friendlies or had them rescheduled. I was going to play Lingby.
Oh,
I had Lingby lined up, but then they canceled it because their season started right then. I'm like, oh well, they start sooner, I
oh,
guess.
hit squad, more rotation. There we go.
So yeah, I have 5 mostly easy matches. Hamburger is the hardest team I'm going to play.
Ndala, you want a new contract here. Um, you still got 3 years on your contract, my friend.
I got guys asking for new contracts that still have 7 years. But I'm signing them again anyways because I'm trying to make them happy to stay. So.
Oh, nice. A Brave's injured. Only for 2 days, though.
Well, that was good of him. Two-day injury. It's like, look, dude, you could have just asked for the time off. You didn't have to fake an injury.
Do we want to scout these guys at all? No. These guys stink.
I don't mind the central defender you picked up. The Digberico. Digberico. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how you say. He's all right. Not bad. I mean, he's not going to get better, and he's marginally a Premier League defender, but he is a Premier League defender, and he's going to take care of aerial balls quite nicely. He's going to do a job all right. He's somebody I would definitely, as a newly promoted Premier League team, he's somebody I would definitely grab. Yeah. I didn't have like an abundance of options at center back already. That guy's a really good pickup. As he will win a lot of aerial battles against Premier League strikers. And I like that. He doesn't have to be great. He just has to be decent. That guy kind of personifies it. He doesn't really have a severe weakness in his game anywhere, does he?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. His physicals are good. It's not
Oh, you're gonna
slow.
get a set piece, coach.
He's not going to play as a ball playing defender. It's his only real weakness, I guess, but he's not terrible at it. But yeah, with an 11 first touch and an 11 passing, ball playing defender in the Premier League is probably not going to be his strength. I don't know if you use ball playing defenders.
No. 4, 37, 31, 41. This guy's better. For your temperamental. Your last name is Narhis. It sounds like Narcissus, is what his last name sounds like.
Narcisse,
Yeah.
something like that.
Listen, if you complain that the players aren't scoring when we do trainings, I'm totally okay with that.
Somebody's complaining about not scoring.
No, 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 no. His personality is temperamental.
Ah,
Now, if you start complaining when we're in training, when the players aren't scoring or defending when we do training, I'm totally fine with you being as temperamental as you want.
Nice. So who went down? Bournemouth. Didn't Bournemouth have a really good freaking player on their team? This guy right here, Marcelo Nunez. Quested to leave. Oh, 31.5 million. If I had it, I would absolutely splurge on him. Wonder. Jacob, you should try to get. Oh, wait, that's a domestic based loan, isn't it? Damn it! Try to get Marcelo Nunez on loan from Bournemouth.
I'll be fine.
No, I know you.
I
He's
yeah.
31 anyways, but if you had him on loan for a single season, he is an absolute wrecker in the Premier League, and he wants off his team bad because they just got relegated to the Championship.
Hmm.
Picking over relegated teams is one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes they have some really decent players, and it's like, yes, they're usually cheap because they don't like the situation they're in. This guy's unhappy. Yeah, that's true. Wants to leave. Do you need a right back?
Uh, no,
Okay.
not really.
All right. Cool. See if I can grab this guy on loan. I doubt it, but you never know. Hey, Plastic, what's going on? I have some wage budget for him. They don't want him to go on loan. Well, that makes sense. Transfer listed by request for how much again? Is it for 32? Oh, I better look and make absolutely sure I know what I'm doing here. Transfer 31.5 million, but he's 31. That's the problem. I can't pick him up. I can't justify that. If he was like late 20s, I'd be like, all right, let's go. Get on my team.
Oh fuck, fuck. Whatever.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Stoke, Coventry. Coventry was in the Premier League. Wow, good for them.
Yeah, they got relegated last year.
Oh my God, what's this? Been a day. Partner is moving back to our hometown. Decision time. It's been stressful. Wait, what? Sounds like a breakup. Those are hard. Uh, Urbano. I think anybody else on this team is particularly great. That's why they got relegated, I guess. But they have one good player, Marco Rubano. Oh, you're going to move back too. I guess the decision is break up or move back as well. Oof, that is tough, especially if you are entrenched where you currently are. Well, big life decisions are meant to be made. Don't be afraid to just pick up and go, especially if you're young. It's great for you. Life always finds a way. Too many people end up, putting down roots and never ever leaving where they are. Guillermo's on this team. He hasn't asked to leave though, which is very surprising. 13 million though. That is tempting.
Alright, let's go. Uh,
Something went wrong.
yeah, I tried to get a loan affiliate, but just didn't work.
Oh, a team to loan players to, or to loan
Yeah.
players to you.
Oh, okay. I guess they did it.
Oh, great.
As you guys. Policy.
That's where my head's at currently. We'll see. Yeah, no, absolutely. Big life decisions, man. How goes the Wars? Well, we're both in the Premier League, so we're just preparing for that. Uh, Season preview is I'm picked to finish 12th, but I'm going to fight for European places. I know that. Jacob is picked to finish dead last, but we all know he won't do that either. But the nice thing is, like, once you're in the Premier League, you no longer have to fight for the top places to be promoted. You just got to get points, stay out of the bottom three. That's all there is. It's a little bit less
Yeah.
pressure, I think, anyways. But it depends on how
I
your
guess.
season starts. I think a quick start is important to survival.
100%.
Yeah, because the teams are going to take you lightly at the beginning. That's the best time to rack up some points. Give them what for.
This one's gonna be a rough loss.
You're going to have a rough loss. Okay.
Yeah.
Try not to lose too badly. Oh, I'm going to stay up. I'm going to compete for the top 7 places. I'm quite confident my team is built for that. I started building them for the Premier League when I was in League One because I had the money to do it. AGF won their friendly. Let's see. Let's find yours. You only lost 2-1.
Uh,
It's pretty good. We played
right, let's do training.
Clitheroe, so there's no joy in a 7-0 win. Actually, I figured we'd score more than 7.
Mm.
If anything, I'm a little upset about winning 7-0 there. I expected better, you guys. Bonks on the head for everyone. Yeah, I looked over the relegation teams in the championship, and only Bournemouth had any really decent players. Coventry City has Guillermo. He's a good-looking player, but 13 million if you want to get a top-notch midfielder.
Oh, I'm trying to get one now.
But for 13 million?
21.
Oh, this guy's better and cheaper, I bet.
Then Guillermo.
No, Guillermo is probably better.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that who you're going for?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going for 21 in your currency. What am I thinking about?
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to sign Guillermo. That's hilarious. The very guy I was talking about is who you're after. That
That's that's why I brought his name out.
Oh, I was talking about him because I was checking all the relegation teams. I didn't realize you had done the same. So you
Oh yeah,
saw
we're talking
Guillermo.
about the wrong player.
We
We're talking
might
about
be.
we're
Uh,
talking about the one in Brazil. There's one in Brazil.
there's one in Coventry,
Wow.
central midfielder. He's definitely Premier League worthy, and 13 million was his asking price. Is their asking price for him because they just got
Let me put
relegated.
it this way. I have no more money to spend.
Well, I mean, he's about to spend 20 some million on a midfielder when this one could be cheaper and better. Oh,
Over 4 years, it's I don't know how much it is up front, but
it's over 4 years. Well, you could probably do the same with this guy because, like I said, he just got relegated. Players want off their teams pretty badly when that happens.
question is, do I have a spot for him? I should. I should have a spot for him.
Oh, but you're talking about Louis
Right?
Guillermo, right?
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah, he's on Sociedad. Yeah, I know him really well. He's good. He's a left winger, though, not a midfielder. Although technically left wingers are midfielders. I know. Da, da, da.
Forbes.
Oh, wants more time on who? Why do I care about this? Is he on my short? He must be on my short list. Ah, yes, he is. 6.25 million. Hmm. It's under transfer bid from 2 clubs for this amount. But they're trying to delay it because they think they can get more for him, hey? Well, he is awfully good. There's no denying that. Seems like a good deal for a guy this good. Ask agent about availability. Let's see. They want between 8.4 and 10 million. Well, see, now that's more reasonable for him. But they're delaying the highest bid they have because they figure they can do better. So his wage demand's a little high. There we go. I'm going to go for this guy. Why haven't I tried to sign him sooner? I do not know. All right, so they want 8 million here, guys. 8 million. Won't you put that? Yeah, okay, 9.5 it is. All right. That wasn't totally unreasonable. There, I've spent the rest of my transfer budget. There's no point in trying to keep all my transfer budget this time because, survival is important.
Exactly.
Yeah. Important player. No. Regular starter. And you're not making friggin' 30K a week to be a rotation player. Get real. Damn, these greedy guys sometimes. Oh, this minimum free release clause sucks. Locked in, too. What a jerk. Oh, well. It would be a profit. See if I can get 2 years out of that. No. I can only afford 3.3, guys. You really tried to milk that. But I got the 2-year optional extension, so that doesn't suck. Yeah. Yep. It's like signing another defender, defensive midfielder. I don't even need another defensive midfielder, but I'm going to have sick depth. Oh, shit. Okay, when you get your new contract signed, your status will go down. That's good. Very good.
Ooh.
I hate seeing a guy with important players sitting on my bench, but I offered him a new contract with a lower playing time. How many star players do I got to give playing time to this year? Just 3. That's way easier to manage. And he just signed a new contract, so I can't. No, I can't reduce his. I might be able to reduce his. No, I don't want to reduce his. Okay, cool. All set. It's funny how many Danish players are on my team. It's like starting to look like. It's great. 4 in my starting 11, 3 on the bench. It's like we never really left. But that's what happens when you spend a bunch of years in a certain nation. You come back and you got a lot of knowledge of that nation. You end up being able to spot their best players pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to think about Europe
Yeah.
and homegrown players. That's going to be a challenge. Well, quite a few of my young guys are going to have train in clubs soon. All right, I think I'm actually going to be okay for homegrown players. You worry when you don't see the English nationality in front of guys in your first 11, but I got to remember that they all were signed, most of them were signed pretty young, so they'll get the homegrown status just from having been here for a while.
Guys, I can't pay that much.
Wages? No. They just see you in the Premier League and think, he must be rich. I've had the same problem with a couple of players. They're like, "Yeah, I'll play for you." I'm like, that's great. Your transfer fee is even reasonable, and then they want like 100,000 a week. I'm like, I can't give you a sixth of my team's salary on a single player. Actually, that would be a fifth, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. No. My highest wage earner is, I think, 42,000 a week, and that's already a lot. Granted, he's a good player, so.
That's fine. I might be making a rash decision here.
No, if you need me to talk you out of it, tell me who it is and we'll look it over.
Oh, he's domestic. God damn it.
I can be a voice of reason if you need.
You want to be considered a backup.
That's good, right?
If I increase his status, is he willing to be more flexible with his demands?
Yeah, usually.
All right,
Increased
so I'm
status
gonna.
usually makes guys really happy.
Okay.
I've even managed to get guys to take less wage because I promised to play them more. You know how people bitch about somebody signing for a lesser team for less money, and they're all like, guys, don't, it doesn't make sense, it's broken. I'm like, it's probably because they get guaranteed first team status on that team. And you were going to put them on your bench. Like things like that matter. So yeah, absolutely.
Fuck! I forgot to limit it. Oh no.
What did you forget to limit?
Oh. The release clause. Oh, it's a relegation release clause. That's fine.
Yeah, just don't get relegated.
Yeah. You know what? What did I do? I fucked it up somehow. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Let me see if I can go back into it. No, okay. That's fine. Whatever. You'll be the last one to sign.
Stephenson offer 60 million. No thanks. Oh no, Borussia Dortmund offered for this one kid that I was trying to get. Oh dear. Well, probably not going to get him after all, which is fine. I don't really need him. I just because I could. I had the money, and I'm like, oh, good young player. Throw some money at him, I guess.
Yeah, we can let you go. We got Guillermo.
Yeah, that guy will lead your left wing for a while. Good player, good player. I enjoyed him on the one save that I had. I think it was last year. It was an FM23 save, and I think I had him as my
Nice.
backup left winger for Liverpool, and he was quite effective.
A lot of people just got their work permits.
Yeah, my assistant manager for my
All stuff.
U21s just got his work permit.
Transfers.
Okay. Training coaches.
Leading Premier League division player is his potential.
Guilherme? Yeah, probably. He's going to have to play a lot because he's already, aging up, but so play him a lot. Like, oh no, don't twist my rubber arm. Okay. 3 possession coaches, fine with me. EGF won another friendly. I don't know why they keep showing them to me, but there they are. Rochdale's playing Celtic.
Transfers. Coach. Okay, he still hasn't joined yet. We got 2 coaches left. 2. Okay. All right, we are playing Celtic in Scotland at Hampden Park.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See how we do.
Yeah, it's a good test. Theoretically, a Premier League team should beat them.
1-1 draw, and they scored in the 90th minute.
Oh, so you actually kept up pretty
So,
well. Good,
yeah.
good. Those guys are a Champions League team, don't you know?
Yep. So we were at 1,000 to 1. We're still 1,000 to 1.
Oh, really? They haven't boosted you at all? Okay. Well, sort of. Yeah, I know. Indeed.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to give them some confidence because, yeah, he's going to be in tough this season, but it's going to
It's
be all
been like
right.
that every year, though.
Yep. Now, Napoli bid on that same midfielder. Well, I definitely should pull out of the running for him. I don't need him, and
Ooh.
transfer, withdraw transfer offer. Remove from shortlist. There we go. I'll let one of those other big teams take him. Oh, PSG's joining the race now. Yeah, okay. Was never going to get him, I don't think. Let's go see my shortlist. Do I have any young right backs on it? No, my shortlist is getting, well, short. I wanted to buy Christoph Clark, but I didn't have this kind of money. Maybe next year. What's with this guy? 6'2", jumping is 15. I don't know why he's on my short list. It's not even that we can't get a result in Europe. It's how throwaway results in Europe that breaks me every year. Throwaway results? We throw away results. Oh, what does that mean? You lose games you should win? Red card at 24 minutes. Oh. You talking about in real life, or are you playing as them right now? Lose a 2-goal advantage at the 82nd minute? Celtic. Red card 24 minutes? That's Celtic. That's okay. Is this happening in real life? No, it's real. That happened in real life. Okay. I haven't seen their games, so I haven't been checking, but that's pretty brutal. All right.
Wait, am I playing with a defensive midfield? No, I'm not.
Doesn't sound like something you would do.
Me?
Yeah, you. Doesn't sound like something
Play
you
with a
would do.
defensive
Yeah, you don't.
defensive midfielder?
Yeah, you don't play with no defensive midfielder.
Oh no.
What a train wreck that would be to be a fan of that team.
Celtic?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, when they lose Pascal or whatever the hell his name is, when they lost him, it's like you lost the entire identity of what they were going for.
Hmm.
Now they have to start over.
Is that what happened? Is that where he was prior to Tottenham?
Yeah.
Good for him. He's really earned his way up.
Mm-hmm.
Tabasco, developing concerns. You want a new contract now. Everybody wants a new contract. Contract for you. Contract for you. We reverted to the Rogers identity. I'm a jerk. Why am I a jerk? Why am I a jerk? Not that that's a surprise, but why? Because you asked for it. Oh, Jesus, I'm just going to give him a new contract. I can't keep doing this. Oh, and Stamenkovic wants a new one too. Holy crap. We're going to go broke before the season starts. All right, Sebastio. Start with him. He's making $3,400 a week. Interested. 17 to 25. That's not bad, actually. Important player. How about regular starter? Okay, he's good with that. I'm going to get you up to 20. 2.5 million. None of this wage after international crap. You want a relegation release clause? Fine, I'll make it like really low because it's never going to happen. So, all right, one contract down. All right, so your contract's up in 33, but you had a 1-year extension. Discuss new contract. 31 to 38. Get it down 26 to 30. So let's go ahead and give him 32. Yeah, 32 loyalty bonus. We're going to pump that up. Them's rookie numbers. None of this, none of this, none of this. Minimum fee release clause, 150 million. Bam. All right. Those are two really easy contracts. They didn't even try to negotiate them. Imagine calling Spurs a big club. That's why I'm a jerk. I mean, Spurs are a big club. They are. They really are. They're bigger than Celtic. That's probably going to make me a bigger jerk, but it's true. I know no Celtic fan wants to hear that. Lies, filthy lies. I'm sorry. I don't hate either team or particularly like either team. I'm quite neutral to both of those teams, but I suppose I dislike Tottenham a bit more. What with being Premier League, I want to say competition. I was going to say rivals, but they're not really anyone's rival that I cheer for. Showing up and getting more revenue than Celtic gets here doesn't make you a big club. I don't know. I think revenue is how you measure big clubs, isn't it? Plus results. Tottenham's been in the Champions League final recently. I mean, in terms of results, I don't know. Tottenham's not a terrible team. Revenue is one part. True. I mean, you could have all the revenue we want, but if you finish in the bottom half of your division, but they don't do that. Tottenham is consistently in European competition in the hardest division in the world. So I think they're a big club. Show me the trophies. Yeah, I guess, but at least they're competing for them year after year. I mean, no, Celtic's not getting into European competition in the hardest division in the world. They're not. If they were in the Premier League, they wouldn't be a European team, I don't think. They would probably push for it. They might compete reasonably well. I mean, geez, you got Aston Villa up there, for Christ's sake. I guess anything could happen, really. But I mean, if they have the same revenue as everybody else, that TV revenue is pretty massive.
All right. I need you
Yeah.
to go to FC Porto,
Yeah.
their senior team.
Porto.
Their backup Colombian goalkeeper Alberto Quinones. What are your thoughts on him?
He'd be one of the best supported teams in the Premier League. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. The support is not what we question here. Good support, though, helps, right? Puts you into the realm of being a big club. This guy's going to be your backup keeper.
I would have him as my starting keeper.
He is quite decent. I like that, 24 is an instant, oh my God, but he's a keeper. Keepers can develop well into their 30s in this game, and that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you bid 11.25 for him. I think that's a very reasonable amount to pay for him, and he would be. I'm going to stop short of saying a big upgrade, but definitely an upgrade on your current keeper. His potential. Let's see. I've got a reading on. Let's go and check my report on him because it's the only argument for relevance we have left. No. It's hard to measure Scottish teams against the English teams because they're not on equal footing. Yeah, so he's better than Firaz, but his potential's not quite as good as Firaz. Needs to learn the language. That's not hard. He's a current international. That's a big plus. Yeah, yep, he looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will buy him.
11.25 is not an unreasonable amount to pay for a young keeper like that. He can still get a lot better, seemingly.
Mm-hmm.
He has some room to improve. He's better than the goalkeeper I currently have in my solo Accrington save in the Premier League. But I didn't prioritize goalkeeping in that one. I rolled into the Premier League with one of the weakest teams by far, but one thing we can do is score goals. So I'm just like, I'm going to focus on that. Not like this team where I have a nice balance top to bottom and I can try to play a bit more defensively and keep games closer. That's my preferred way to play. It's hilarious. My starting 11 only has one change to it from last season. That is the least amount of changes I've ever made to a starting 11 going from the Championship to the Premier League. And the change that I made was just a new right winger. My other right winger is on the bench. It's not like he's even gone. I just upgraded one position because I could. I think somebody made a database where they put both Celtic and Rangers in the Premier League. and they both did well.
I don't know how they did, but it's definitely not hard to do.
I mean, what would you do with Scotland then? Just promote a couple of teams and just to balance it back out to the regular number of teams? I think that's how you do
Yeah,
that, eh? Yeah.
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 Well, that's one way of doing it. That's the easy way of doing it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, yeah, not that hard.
No, I can't imagine it would be fun even. I'm kind of
Hmm.
interested in trying that, but I want to play games that I can score leaderboard points going forward. So
We beat AGF 4-1
you beat AGF? Way to go.
at home.
Well, to be fair, you're a Premier League team. You should be beating them.
Yeah,
The rest of Scotland hates you. We'd love the history, but the league would survive mostly.
we don't give a rat's behind what Scotland thinks of us.
Ooh, the Premier League?
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
Whoever said the rest of Scotland hates you?
plastic, because he's talking about Celtic
Oh,
fans. The rest of Scotland, I don't know. That's like that everywhere. I hear Liverpool fans be like, everyone in England hates us. I've heard Manchester United fans be like, everyone else in England hates us. It's like, okay, footballing rivalries are pretty huge in Europe, but some of them just border on silliness, I think. I have mixed feelings about the idea. The league would survive. I think so too. I do think Rangers and Celtic should both be in the English Premier League. That would be an awesome addition to the league in terms of support and finance. And who gives a shit about the Scottish League? Seriously. It would draw bigger crowds because they'd be in a better league. I mean, if they can have Welsh teams, why can't they have Scottish teams? Why not? You know, they could just rebrand it from English Premier League to the UK Premier League or something like that. Sure, but it's a little different because of the dominance of the Glasgow clubs. Yeah, okay. And how annoying our fans are. Oh man, that's funny. Annoying fans, eh? Yeah. See, 150 a week is to 600 per week you're missing, and you only offered me 475 per week. Well, this is for Stevenage, though. Oh, you know what, guys? You can have him for basically for free. How does that sound? You are an affiliate club, so you don't have to pay me more for a player. See that? I roleplay affiliates properly.
mhm.
They're trying to give me more money than for a lone player. I'm like, no, save your money, put it into your youth academy so I can poach your players. Okay, fine. I have selfish motives underneath it all. I do honestly. It's genuine football. The EPL is football and it's entertaining, but it's becoming a different thing. You do honestly what? Sorry, I lost track of what I was answering. I'm having a bit of a brain cloudy day. I apologize. Oh, you care about Scottish League. I see what you're saying. You care because it's genuine football. Okay, got it. Got it. Yeah, I figured it out before you answered. I know there's a delay between when I talk and when you answer, but yeah, you care about it. Got it. But I think those teams would thrive in the bigger league better. And then they could finally put to bed the arguments of, whether or not they could compete at that level because they'd have the same revenue, same support, or better support than some of those teams, like you point out. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'd love to see it. I really would. But I'm also in Canada. Who am I to say what should be done with a team with a league in Europe? Recruitment feedback meeting. I think that the Premier League would be better for it, and both Scottish teams would be better for it if they took the two big ones. Uh, Scottish League would be worse for it, but arguably, so what? It's already kind of a grassroots league. After those two teams, it's a bunch of farmer teams, kind of like the French league after PSG. I love watching uh, the Champions. It's a cartoon on Facebook or on YouTube. Check it out sometime if you've never seen it. It's hilarious. But yeah, they had a skit where Mbappe's trying to get Haaland to join the French league so they can have a rivalry together. And he's trying to figure out what team he could play for other than PSG. And he's like, you never lose to lose. He's like, they lose all the time. He keeps naming teams, and it gets to the point where Haaland's like, does it even count if you score goals in that league? So funny. So funny. Like a few Scottish clubs would be in danger of Fulton Moon generally steal the money anyway. So yes, it's so good. Yeah, UK, you've seen the Champions. Good. I'm glad you've watched it. It's freaking great. I just watched that season with the most recent season for the second time today because I can't stop laughing at some of the things on there. They're just so brutal, but it's all honest. Yep. At the show Conte, he's like, yeah, sure, I had a huge rant on the way out of Tottenham, but did I lie? Like, no, he didn't. Everything he said was accurate, actually.
We don't have any money.
You don't have any money. This is a thing that I'm used to hearing from you.
Yep.
Shock, gasping, shock and awe. Like, Rochdale has no money? Who would have guessed? I never would have figured. How much money do you need? I know a guy I'd buy from your team.
You're not getting Walker from me.
You're smart. I wouldn't sell him either. I would play him as much as I could and get him ready to be the linchpin of my midfield in a few years. Yeah, it's not the kind of player you let go. It's like when I got Nicholas Stephenson on my team, I knew right away this guy's going to lead my team in the Premier League, and he's going to. He's arguably not my best player anymore, but he's my favorite, definitely. And he's among the best players, so that's good enough for me. I am starting getting a little bit too playing a bit too much favoritism with some of my players, though. Like, I know I could upgrade on Chabert, but I won't because I like him, and he's going to do just fine in the Premier League. I mean, I could get a better left winger, but I don't want to. Actually, what I should do is make Rodriguez my starter there, but I'll lower his playing time so I can rotate them. That's what I'll do. That seems reasonable. Unavailable? Why are you unavailable? You're at training camp with the first team squad. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll just play a bunch of U18s in this game then. Have enough of them. I practically have an army of U18s now because I'm signing all of them from now on. Just so I have depth for my U21s, honestly. How goes it? It's going really well, thanks. We're getting prepared for the Premier League season. You should see I'm going to show you the preview. So we're picked to finish 12th, though I honestly think we'll push for European spots. And here's Rochdale, way down here, 1,000 to 1. But he's made some pretty big signings.
That's the bets now. We'll do better than Leicester.
Oh, you got your keeper.
Yes.
Yeah, I really do think that guy's going to be good. Like, the more I look at him, the more I think, yeah.
Anything, he's a stopgap for a year or two. Like, that's really what the plan is.
I don't know. He might cement himself. You give him a chance. He might cement himself as a Premier League keeper. The fact that he's on a national team helps a ton.
True.
Because his development will be boosted by that. You expect Europe. Yes, I will get Europe. Don't expect Europe from Jacob, though. We're just going to expect him to survive. We're not expecting. We're not expecting it.
I am.
You're expecting Europe? Oh, you said you're expecting mid-table, but okay. I guess that expectations have risen. Shows what I know.
You gotta have high expectations, otherwise you're not gonna improve
I'm
as
just
a
saying,
team, as a
I
person,
don't
as a
expect you to
fellow.
get Europe. It would be a nice, pleasant surprise if you do, but I don't expect it. Bold, very bold. He is very bold, yes. But I gotta go that way, I guess. Went to bed with Liverpool 1-1 and woke up with Fulham. Uh? That wasn't the expected scoreline. Oh, I see. I see. I see. 4-3 was too close. Yes. Yes, I understand what you're saying. They almost blew that game, but they didn't. They didn't. So let's just be happy with that. I do agree, though, that it kind of makes us look weak, I guess is the word that I would use, to have to fight so hard to beat that team. You know, you see City, week after week just ease past the competition, especially the weaker teams, and then we have to fight tooth and nail to beat them. Yeah, no, you can tell who the better team is. How Spurs get a 3-3 draw at City. Uh, Refereeing. I mean, what are you going to say here? There was another one of those ref jobs, but that seems to be affecting all the big teams this year, one way or another. So, correct. Yes, I know it's correct. It's just another one of those instances where it's like, what the hell, man? Referees are deciding a lot of games. This time it wasn't VAR. That's true. This time it was a human decision, but still, officials have definitely. At this point, they should just stop making mistakes. They've balanced it out. They screwed Liverpool once, Arsenal once, and City once. There. Everybody's good. Although 2 out of the 3 of those decisions went in Tottenham's favor, so maybe they need to be screwed over once to truly balance it out. uh,
All right,
yeah.
I'm about to read you an email.
In the game?
Yes.
Sweet.
Crown Oil Arena, which is the worst sponsor ever. It's Spotland, people. Come on. Be smart. Spotland capacity works complete. The board are delighted to announce that the planned stadium capacity works have now been completed. Despite the fact that the stadium overall capacity has now decreased, these works have increased the stadium's seating capacity by 1,000 seats, some of which have been installed in parts of the old standing areas. The ground will now accommodate a total of 9,200 spectators and have 9,200 seats, so seats for everybody, with terracing for an additional 18 fans. Our stadium was 10,200, you know, spectators total. We just dropped that by 1,000.
And that's
Got a
supposed
little,
to be an improvement in some way, shape, or form.
yes, yes, it's they're saying it's an improvement. Yes.
Okay.
Ah, in game, in real life, the board's fucking stupid. That's what that is.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I think you're absolutely right, but the hell?
Yep. Yeah. You gotta love this. And now watch. Next year, we're probably gonna build a new stadium. So everything we just did is mute.
Moot. Moot.
Mute.
Moot.
Whatever.
Moot.
Shut it. Let me play City, damn it.
Okay.
Place your bets. Are we gonna win? Are we gonna lose?
You're going to play City?
You're not friendly. Oh, I'm simming it, but
Of course you're gonna. Yeah, we always sim friendlies. Of course you're gonna lose.
oh, okay.
Kind of silly question is that? Honestly, I don't know what you're trying to get at here. Of course, City's gonna beat you. It's
Hmm,
City.
okay.
You really think you're gonna win, huh?
If you don't have that mentality, what's the point of showing up?
You've started not scoring points for the leaderboard. It's not you I'm worried about catching up to. You're not even first on my list anymore, so it's fine with me. Took over an amateur side and doing your level 10 league. That's awesome. But yeah, you're not the benchmark on that for me. Sorry. You are ahead of me, but not by enough that I'd be worried if I wanted to start catching up. I don't have enough wingers, do I? Uh, I thought I did, but then when I start putting in my B team is when I start to realize I don't have enough. Okay, well, I know I need to play him. Plays both sides, he does. I know I need to play him a bunch this year, so you can go there. Who is my other winger? Technically, Moynes plays left wing. He does, but he's a striker. Liam Taylor plays left wing, but he's a striker. Okay, I guess if I count my strikers who can play wing, it's not so bad.
Hmm.
Do I want Paralon or what about Ines? Wait a minute. Ines plays left wing. Okay, so you okay. Never mind. I just don't have guys who are natural wingers, but I have plenty of wingers in the end. And then Bernardo for. So wait, hold on. I gotta save this as team two first. Team two, boop. Then I put Faraz in goal, and then I save it as Cup. There we go. Perfect. And I believe that is all I needed to do. And now I have my second team picked and chosen for the upcoming season. I figured I don't mind. I know I just have a bit of fun. And until you said about leaderboard a little bit ago, I didn't really pay that much attention. No, I understand. Leaderboard's not that important to too many people. It's really not. I'm just one of those weird dudes who's like, the leaderboard. I like to do well at that because why not? Although the guy on my friends list who is first, I don't like to say it, but he's quite clearly
You
cheating.
beat City.
You beat City? Yeah, high
Yeah.
five. Now you know you
No,
can.
we didn't.
You didn't? You
We
lost?
didn't beat them.
Oh, you.
No, we lost.
Oh, okay. You're just hilarious.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I know. I'm a
uh,
disappointment.
yeah. You try not to cheat as much as humanly possible. How do you try not to cheat? I don't understand. Just don't. Wait, what? Typically, though, if you use the in-game editor, you don't score points anymore. So how would you cheat? You know what I mean? But
Hear what you mean?
the guy that's at the very, very top, I can tell he's using an external editor of some kind, just because I look at the number of points he has and the number of hours he's played, and it's like, yeah, no, it's definitely not possible.
Uh, We're gonna. What time is it?
You have the editor, but you don't use it. Yeah, same. I mean, I've used it on here for our multiplayer game. What time is it? It's 9 my time, 11
I
your time.
think I. Yes, sir. I think I found my save. I'm gonna continue the Rochdale save until like I don't know,
January,
April. April
April.
maybe. So you remember how I always said that there's a guy that I trust to do all the additional league databases on Steam?
Yes, yes, you have
Well,
mentioned it.
he's not doing it this year. I
Oh,
don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm just gonna cite personal reasons. However, the partner that he does a lot of FM content with is picking it up, and he's the one that does all the, you know, database updates, regarding league reputations, increased injuries, more realistic stuff. So his first like league data pack is supposed to come out in the next
Nice.
couple of weeks. So I'm curious to see what leagues he's going to add first.
Nice. That's
Um,
awesome. That's super fun. Did anybody do a Super League one yet?
no, I didn't look actually, so I
No.
don't know.
No worries. No worries. I'm kind of curious about that myself. Drop Bear uses his editor sometimes to check current ability scores because he's playing his level 10 save, and his goalkeeper is a 9, current ability of 9. And that's a 4-star player.
Oh, that's crazy. Which level 10 database is he using? Does
uh,
he know the name of the creator?
did he say the name of it? Da, da, da. Don't think he mentioned the creator, no. But now he will because we're talking about it. Which level 10 database did you grab? That one over there. Sorry. Yeah. I want to see if there's a Super League database. Leagues and data updates. That's what I'm looking for. The worst FM database ever?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I read about that. Oh, this is stupid. I can't even. So many people are playing this now, though.
I couldn't.
Has anybody else, Drop Bear, Plastic, have you guys heard of the worst database ever? I couldn't play it. No way, man. I just.
Oh, no.
No, you haven't. I'm going to tell you about this. Okay?
Oh, mandatory future fee.
The guy who made it said he made it with every ounce of evil he has in his body. And I read this, and it's true. So you start with your standard 20 team Premier League season. And at the end, everyone gets relegated. All 20 teams get relegated. So in Tier 2, there is 20 leagues. One team goes into each of them randomly. You ready? Upon inevitable relegation, you'd be promoted randomly to one of 20 horribly designed leagues, all of which have only one promotion spot. Just one. All right. The first league is the League of Pure Luck. 2 points for a win, 2 points for a draw, 2 points for a loss. No tie breaking rules. Only God will judge you. The second league, the League of Compromise. 2 points for a win, 2 points for a loss, and 6 points for a draw. Learn to make everyone a winner. Oh, God is right. I'm not done. The third one, the literal championship. It's just the Skybet championship. That's the most evil one of all, I think. The fourth one, the League of Self Depreciation. 6 points for a loss, 2 points for a win, 2 points for a draw. Yeah. League of Development. You got lucky. Every team in here except you is a B team of a Premier League team and cannot be promoted. You get to take the year to prepare for the Premier League. The League of Two. Only 2 teams in this division. You better hope you're the one that goes up. It's really embarrassing if you don't. Only 2 teams in the whole. This one. The World Cup. 32 teams, 8 groups of 4, group stage and a knockout stage of 16 teams. A very short, very important season. The League of Children. Strict squad rules, only allowing under 18 players. Even if you do win, you're coming right back. The World Cup one's great. The League of Many. So many teams. So many teams. It's got like 100 teams. Only one promotion spot. League of Meaninglessness. A whole season played and everyone qualifies for the promotion playoffs. The League of Conflicting Interests. Huge cash prize every time you lose a game, but there's no reward for winning. Yeah, that'd be tough. It's like, do I want money or do I want to go back to the Premier League just to get relegated again? The Chopping Block. Every team except one is relegated into the Abyss. We'll get to what the Abyss is later. The Abyss is the third tier, but the 13th one is the League of 11. No subs allowed. Yeah, starting 11, no subs. The Sunday League. A league with a reputation of 1. Amateur contracts only. You won't be signing anyone good here. Yeah, that one. That's the worst one. I think if I got stuck in that one, I'd be like, nope, starting over. League of Behaving Well. 2 points for all results. All that separates teams is their discipline record. Yeah, with my tactics, I would never get promoted. I tackle pretty hard. March Madness, a single elimination knockout. Don't lose. 17. The League of Primetime Television. Huge TV deals, huge prize money, higher reputation than the Premier League. Like, why don't you just stay there, right? The League of the Chosen. 2 points for every result. 8 groups of 10 teams. 1 from each group is chosen as randomly to be in a playoff. So that one, yeah, you just doesn't matter what you do. You gotta get lucky. The League of Demanding Schedules. Apparently, so many games. And then the final one, the 20th one, the League of Balance. 2 points for a win, 2 points for a draw, 6 points for a loss. However, there will be a promotion playoff league, which regular season points will transfer to. You must win this league with the standard point system. So you're going to lose a bunch to get into this to the second half, and then you got to start winning. So Tier 3 is the Abyss. It's a huge division with 23 promotion spots. If you do go up, you're back into the chopping block. Yeah. It's just daffy. The whole thing. There's a bunch of streamers playing this now, and I think they're all crazy. But I'm glad you saw it, Jacob. I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting read. I'll tell you that.
He chose violence.
Hey,
That was pure
all
evil.
my
It is.
all but one. Okay. Coaching is up to par.
There's the link to the database, so you can read it again. The FM update December Turkish patch. No. I want a Super League. English level 12. Oh, here's English level down to 12.
Is that by Dan?
Dan, yeah.
Should be, yeah.
That's a good one. Okay.
He's the only one I trust to do an English database.
Okay. That's fair. That's the bloke I got mine from. Oh, okay. But you said yours only goes down to 10. I guess he's added a couple more, maybe?
He starts with 10, and then he goes 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Oh, okay.
so on and so forth.
Okay. Oh, here's France with Division 4 available. That's good for certain teams if you want to play as
Yes,
them.
okay.
You getting a good player?
Mm,
I should sort this by all-time most popular.
Oh, I probably have to make a contract now.
For whom? What's happening?
Nothing. I'm trying to get a really good player.
And it's not working
No.
because he wants too much money.
The selling team wants too much money.
Oh, well, there's even less you can do about that. Why the hell would I put Rainford there? What the hell is wrong with these guys? Griffiths has been loaned out to another club. Oh, shit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's resave this. And I don't know. Fill in the empty positions from U18's players. There we go. And away we go. Bundesliga 2, Bundesliga 3, Liga 5, Regional 4th level. 35. Wait, 5th level. Oh, okay. I see you added a bunch. Dang. That's the structure, eh? Right arm. Right arm. It's this one. Let's see. I'm trying to find a Super League one here, and I still don't see one. Unless I've missed it. Wait, is this it? I'm doing great, thanks. We were just reading something super hilarious. I don't know if you see that link. Do you see the link in the chat that I posted a little bit? Oh no, here. You know what? Here, read this. Go look at that and tell me this man isn't the most
What,
evil that you've ever encountered.
what's the other link that you posted? It's not showing up on my feed.
Oh, I just posted it now. The Steam community one. You didn't see it?
Okay, I see the worst database ever. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, yes. Yeah, the
Yeah.
most
Okay.
evil database of all time. God, that guy's creative as hell, but oh yeah, you've seen it? Okay, cool, cool. I just read it all to people who are watching. You saw it last night. Isn't that crazy? That person is super evil, super duper evil. He has so much spare time. Agreed. But at least he's using his time for evil, right? Oh, I can't believe how horrible and awful he is. Very creative though, super creative. No way, no, yeah, I would never play it either. No way. I couldn't do it. A ton of streamers are doing it now, though. I'm just like, you guys are crazy. Y'all are gonna quit if you end up in one of the stupid leagues, like the one with all the amateur contracts. I would just be like, no, I'm done.
See, I feel like there's ways to get around it, but
Well, you just
Kovacs is
hopefully you keep the
Kovacs.
players you have. I mean, I don't think you
Yeah.
gotta, but I mean, they might be mad that they got relegated and want off the team.
Yeah, but just deal with it for a year and then they'll be happy again.
Yeah, you hope. Some
No?
players force their way out, but it's hard to know. You just got to make sure, knowing that you're going to get relegated every year, you just got to sign them to the best contracts you can. That's how I feel. I still can't find a Super League database. I don't think anybody's made one, or at least not a good one. Trying to find a Super League database. Maybe Jacob knows of one. Do you know of one, Jacob? Good Super League database.
Mhm.
Should talk Plastic into playing on a Super League database, see? Because then he can be Celtic and compete against all the biggest teams. Yeah. Proof that all the FM nerd streamers really don't like football. You might be right. It's for a lot of them, it's just about clicks. How many people can I get to come into my stream today? They just like the spreadsheets. You may be right. There could be some truth to that statement. Squad to be decided. All right. Stephenson, Chabert, Almeida, and Tarrington. That was a lot of interesting sounds just now.
Mhm.
Did you hear that?
I did.
You did? Okay. That was a big stretch, apparently. I did watch the Liverpool match, yes. I certainly did.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
Not the best result, but it's a win. And City did. So moving on. Like, let's focus on that.
It's the baby.
Or as a very
We
famous,
can we save right here if you don't mind?
I don't mind. Gonna have to plan to outscore teams until Allison gets back. Yeah, that's possible. But I still think we should be playing better than that against a team like that, regardless. But as a very popular 80s sitcom once said in its opening credits, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Sellout crowd expect 9,000. That's annoying.
City Spurs match was fantastic. Yes, that was another great result for the referees. Outstanding performance for them to intervene in a match, and but at least now, and this is the way I see it, Arsenal, City, and Liverpool have all been screwed once by a major decision. So now they just got to do one to Tottenham because they've benefited from two, and then it will all be even, and we can move on. They can stop screwing up. That's how I see it. You don't think Hooper had a bad match until he... Yeah, it only takes one mistake, though, right? At least this time it wasn't VAR. Oh, Plastic, you're back. You missed us talking about the worst database ever. Did you hear any of it? You gotta, put the link again. Read that. It's the most evil thing you're ever going to read, ever.
Google Maps.
You got to call. That's cool. That link I just posted there, Steam community link. Click on that. Read that. I just read it out loud to people, so you missed it. That's okay. But you read that and you tell me just how this guy's creative as hell. I would never play that database, but man, funny.
It's TALY.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Footballing wise, it was an exciting game. The literal championship. That's the most evil one, I think. Keep going though. Oh God, because they usually make it so boring. Yeah, you're right. There was a lot of exciting games. I mean, even the Liverpool game is pretty exciting. Although I would have rather have had a boring, comfortable win. But it's good for the game to have exciting games. So why not?
I'm gonna go with Farsley. All right, guys, place your bets. How are we gonna do against City? It's not City, United.
You're gonna play United now. You're definitely gonna lose this one as well.
Brendan Rodgers is the manager, so you never know.
Rodgers is managing United? That would
Yeah.
never happen. Is this person okay?
Oh.
Right? They got a lot of time on their hands, as Jacob could point it out. Just there's a bunch of streamers playing that database. Like, I wouldn't touch that. No way. I have too much respect for myself.
All right, squad numbers. Clear, auto number, submit.
Oh, I hate that you do that. You are so evil. Almost as evil as the guy that made that database. Almost.
Quite impressive, if I do say so myself.
This is good content, to be fair. I can see that. Yeah, it is freaking amazing. Like, that guy deserves tons of credit for being creative in general. That whole thing, I laughed so hard the whole time I was reading that. I'm like, oh my God, this person is awful in all the best ways. Uh-oh.
What?
There's a cat sleeping on my spot on the bed, as has been posted in the pictures. The kitten likes to sleep everywhere that I need to be. Like, if I need to be in bed, he's sleeping on my spot. If I need to be in my computer chair, he's asleep on it. He just knows. I put $20 on United bringing in Rodgers in real life. What? You did say a while ago City's defense is not solid. You did say that. At some point, you've bet $20 that at some point United is going to hire Brendan Rodgers. How many former Liverpool managers have ever managed at United? I mean, it's already a travesty when a player switches between those two. That's something the Glazers would do. The League of Meaningless. Yeah, I like the League of Two, just two teams. That one was like, oh god, same team all year. Better get promoted.
Well, it happens. It's the Isle of Wight. That's where you get
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Borset, I don't have $350,000 a week to give you.
but he wants to play for you really bad. I know I've been having the same problem with certain players. They want to come play for me, but my team can't afford them. Like, I'll talk
Should
to
I
you once
just
I made the
hand it
Champions
over?
League.
Should I just hand it over to my assistant?
What, to
No.
negotiate the contract? No,
Yeah.
you just can't do it. I've pulled out quite a few transfers because I just can't afford the player, but they want to play for me, which is cool. But realistically, it sounds like them. I mean, I think even Rafa going to Everton for a while there, like that was just catastrophically unbelievable. So I suppose if that can happen, then yeah, I guess Rodgers could go to United eventually. Although to be fair, Rafa definitely went in there and bottled it, as a good Liverpool man should. You got them dangerously close to being relegated before they let him go. I think if they'd let him stick it out for the whole season, he probably could have gotten them relegated. He said all of that forgetting that Brendan had been at Liverpool. Yep, he was there for the slip season. They almost won the league title, and he was the manager then. Of course, everybody just thinks of Gerrard falling, but people do forget Brendan Rodgers was the manager. Yeah.
We scored two, at least.
No one ever remembers that Brendan can't organize a defense. But he didn't have to organize a defense in Liverpool because they had Jamie Carragher. He organized the defense, and he was one of the best in the business at it. But Gerrard was playing as a defensive midfielder, and he shouldn't have been. I know he had lost a step, and that was probably the most reasonable thing for him to be doing, but How many days? 3. I'm going to give these guys all 3 days off because I think they're going to play U21 games soon. Well, my backups are in good shape. Oh, you go nuts. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's done. Yep.
Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, I appreciate it. I unclicked my button, clicked it again when I was finished. Loan approach for Acham. He is not for loan. I absolutely need him here.
We finally have Nico Escher in. His value is still small.
Well, check again in a day or two, but you never know. But yeah, that's cool though. It's a Nico Escher. Where'd you get him from?
Norway.
But what team wasn't he playing?
Odd, I think, maybe. Odd.
Oh, that name is too familiar. Nico.
Start. Start is the name. Is the team.
Oh, okay. Did you sign him a while ago or something?
Yeah.
And he just finally arrived. Okay, cool. But
Yeah.
nice addition.
Thank you. We were still in the championship, I think, when I signed him.
Ah,
Yeah,
well.
we signed him January,
Oh,
probably.
I remember him now. Yeah, he's going to be a Premier League player one day. Angelo was playing for Arsenal. Good
You ready
Lord.
for this? Our stadium seats 9,200 people. We sold 8,300 season tickets. Like, the average fan is not going to be able to watch a game.
Nope. I'm just looking at the top player odds for the season. Angelo, Steinen, Pizzotti. 3 of the top 6 were all from our teams in Denmark.
Yep.
Yep.
Frustrating, ain't it?
Only a little. I mean, we chose to leave, so we knew those
Sure.
players were going to end up at bigger clubs after we left. It's just an inevitability. That's why we have the alternate reality series, though, is all those guys are still being developed on our teams. Like Pizzotti, I would never sell him. He's like your best player. I just re-signed him to a fat new contract recently after your team finished second, bottling the title, which it was Jacobian fashion right there. Bottling the title in the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. I prioritized. It was hard for me because I'm like, if it was me, I would have prioritized the league, and I wanted to play it that way. But you were still in cups, and I'm like, you would prioritize both and rotate as best as you could. So that's what I did, and yeah, you had a bunch of tired players in our last head-to-head match, and of course I didn't because yeah. I tried to be as non-biased as humanly possible. I was excited for your team to win it. I wanted them to win it. So there's that. Thought I saw Victor Wanyama there. What in the 2016? Saw him where? On that list? No. Top young player odds. Jesper Peterson on my team. Stamek, John Bidstrup on Fulham. Oh yeah, he came from Midtjylland. Another Danish player. Well, even our English version part of this game is heavily influenced by our time in Denmark, wasn't it? I'll be right back. Okay. Had a little black hole, so crunch, crunch. Okay, they got their crunchies. I'll be right back. 1 minute, please.
Okay. Oh, I have no money. That sucks. I have no money.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay.
Almost exactly a minute, but not quite. Not quite a minute.
Hmm.
Victor Wanyama. Damn. But he definitely wasn't on those inbox lists, is that what we're talking about? Who looked like him, though, in terms of the name? No, no, no. I'm not sure who you confused for Victor Wanyama there. It's all right, though. Neto progress. Oh, he's doing good. I never know what kind of rating is good for a goalkeeper
For training?
for eccentricity. My goalkeeper has a 1.
So you technically don't need a rating for it, but I try to have a rating of like, and the higher the rating for me, it's better
Hi, foot, John.
because it means he's more likely to make the impossible save.
I understand.
So
I have first option to buy players from Chambly. Like, I would never do that. Why do I? Okay, cool. It's like I would never buy one of their players. But apparently, one of the negotiations for having them as a affiliate is I have first option to buy their players. Like, what? I just want to loan them players. That's funny. So every time they sell somebody, I'm going to be notified and horrified. The type is small for you. Oh no. I try my very best to make this as reasonably sized as I can for normal sized monitors. I've had to resize my game on my monitor because I have an ultra wide, but you know, Onana going to be like 20 eccentricity. Yeah, most likely. Here, you want to see hard to read? Let me show you something. Okay, so this is what it looks like for you now. It's not too hard to read, I hope. I hope. But if I was to make it the actual size of my screen, it would look like that for you guys. Isn't that terrible? No, that's terrible. And unless you're on an ultra wide, you wouldn't be able to read that. Yeah, no, I don't do that. Yeah, when I first started streaming, though, I didn't know. People are like, "Oh God, that's horrible. It can't be." I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I figured it out, and it turns out all I had to do was shrink, the Football Manager way down to the regular screen size on my screen. Now it works fine because I have 3440 by 1440, which is fantastic. But at least more and more people are going widescreen. Hooray! Yeah, I have it windowed. Exactly, I have it windowed. Yeah, that's all I can do. It's my only actual option. So I have to play it windowed, but that's not a big deal. It's still plenty big on the screen. I never have any troubles with it myself. I've made plenty of different adjustments to try to fit certain people's screens, but then if I fix it for one, it breaks it for another. It's always hard. So I think where it is now should be reasonably good for most screen sizes. I've literally tested it on multiple different screen sizes now, and I'm hoping it's okay. I'm writing. I English good. Yeah. Me fail English? That's impossible. uh, Adam Walker wants to know why I won't sell him. Because everybody keeps offering 0 for him. I don't give players away for free. I don't know what to tell this guy because this guy's an under 18 player. I don't care this much about him. 0 is the only asking price he's willing to accept. I'm disappointed with how you've acted over this. You're an under 18s player. I don't give a what you think. What the hell, man? Wasted my time with this bullshit. Because everybody keeps offering 0 for him, so he's mad that I'm not accepting the offer. I'm like, why would I give a player away for nothing? Doesn't make sense. Does not compute. I might have to change my my raid sound though. I thought it was hilarious that I made it the old raid commercial for the bug spray. That's what plays whenever I get a raid now. And I laughed at it the first couple of times, but now when it comes up, I'm just like, that got old real fast. Damn it.
All right, place your bets. How are we gonna do against Everton?
Everton next. Okay, so did you lost to City, you lost to United.
Yep.
You're gonna beat Everton.
Are you biasly saying that because you're a Liverpool fan?
You got it.
Okay,
Because I always hope for them to lose.
let's hope.
The only thing as good as a Liverpool win is an Everton loss. Like people like who do you support? Like Liverpool and anybody playing against Everton. Except for Man U. Screw those guys too.
I was about to say,
Well,
who
you
would
know.
you?
Choose between United and Everton. I root for a draw between those two.
Oh shit! Our under-21s are in the Papa John's Trophy now.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to win it because you know how much I love winning that trophy. It's one of my favorite trophies to win. So I will guide my U21s to glory. That's as close to glory as they get, I guess. All right, I actually have to play a hard game today for the first time. Hamburger.
First time for everything.
Well, it's the toughest team I play in all of my friendlies. Like I said, I tried to get some bigger clubs for friendlies, but the others said no or canceled on me. So, oh well. I don't mind playing smaller teams because you get the confidence boost, right?
I got City and United and Celtic. I got some big clubs.
The FAT, the fat Rofi, the fat Rofi. I like that. I can't even beat Hamburger.
Beat Everton 4-1.
Dude, see, I told you. These guys suck. You want to talk about empty trophy cabinet? No, that's not fair. They have a cuckoo clock in there. They really do.
Oh,
well,
so
we were talking about Tottenham's empty trophy cabinet earlier. I'm just like, yeah. At least Tottenham's a decent team.
4 teams are now at 1,000 to 1.
And you're one of them?
Yeah.
That's kind of odd. There's 4 teams at 1,000. Oh, Everton's one of them. There's 4 teams at 1,000 to 1, but only 3 can go down. That doesn't make a ton of sense. I'm still at 12th for 300 to 1. I haven't changed at all because I haven't changed my team.
No, 1,000 to 1 is to win the league.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that. But typically, there's only ever 3 teams that have that rating, if you will. I also don't understand this. Every time I re-sign a player, they put an asking price up, and that needs to stop. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh shit! I do my training. I got so excited we won. I forgot to train.
I'm so excited. Liverpool declare interest in Cabianchi. Giacomo Cabianchi, Italian player for Chelsea, 34 to 46 million. He's a striker, 5'10". Yeah, pass. Not that I wanted to, take one of Liverpool's players. Perosi Seals moved to AGF.
Who?
I don't know, some guy named Perosi. He's a real player, so. Nicolo Perosi. Right. Let's take a look at him. There's a reason I've never heard of him. Nothing really to write home about. He'd be a solid championship player. That's the kind of players that they sign. Hey, you still have Mohamed Damar on that team. That's impressive. Who else do you still have from when you were there? I think you signed Ederson. Yep. Just looking. They still have Dahl Stanberg as their backup keeper. They have 3 players that you said. Wait, is Jefferson one of yours? No, he came from Lingby. No, you still got 3 players that you signed on that team, and one of them's good.
Nice.
Are the Premier League clubs looking to grab your players yet? What do you mean? We're in the Premier League now.
I mean, now Danish team got just raided by the Premier League.
Oh yeah, right. Denmark teams are absolutely rated. Most of the big players play in the Premier League now. Yeah, I was doing this last stream. Are we losing players like on our Accrington and Rochdale? No, not currently. Here is a former player from AGF. Oh, here's another one from Lingby. That was my best midfielder. Playing for Arsenal. They're all on the big teams. Liverpool's got a few. Steinen was one of my top midfielders for Lingby. Maltlange was a defender for AGF. Pizzotti was a striker for AGF. He's a leading striker now for Liverpool. Angel Barbero. I had him on loan for Lingby, but he was never my player. Guardsfall came from Lingby. Like, almost every big team you look at in the Premier League has players that played for one of us in Denmark, which says a lot about how we developed our systems.
Yeah, we did really well.
Yep, I think so. And like I said, we have the alternate reality series, so we can still see what could have been pretty often over there. But yeah,
Mine
it's amazing the influence of having the Denmark League being playable and us having been in it and boosting its reputation. How much of an impact that's had on the big leagues in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Even the top
Absolutely.
player picks, the 6 player picks for the top player in the Premier League this year, 3 of them are former players of ours in Denmark. I was like, that's cool. I don't. Oh, I sold my vice captain last year. I was actually unaware I did that. I'll make Morten Jensen my vice captain. Stephenson will remain as team captain forever. He will retire here, or I will have to throw a fit. I suppose that would be fun to see. So maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Let's pick these guys. Who cares who my captain is for my U21s? Doesn't seem like any of them are going to have a great influence on them anyway. Okay, I'm just looking over the agreed playing time for everyone. This is all very manageable now. I have to remember to put Baker in, though, squad player, and he's not even on the bench. So I can't sit either of these guys out for him. So defensive midfield is where I'm going to have to do the most rotating. I've only got one of them as a star player, so we'll see how this goes. And we open our season away against Tottenham. And we are going to beat them. Smash them, really, to tiny pieces so that they are crying on the floor, rocking back and forth.
Ibe and Ndala.
What's wrong with Ibe?
I'm making him captain.
Dean Ibe is your captain? I'm surprised he's even going to be playing, but okay, cool. He's not in your starting 11, right?
No,
Yes.
Ndala. Austin.
Fate Rovi. I can't get over that. That's so funny. Why did that create a link? Why is somebody private messaging me? That's odd. Yeah.
All right, are you ready for this?
Probably not, but let's go anyway.
So, I am 2 rebounds away
Mm-hmm.
from winning my bet.
2
No.
rebounds away. Oh, so you're betting on basketball.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Okay.
problem is
Mm.
the person who needs the 2 rebounds has 4 fouls.
So he's not going to be playing much.
Exactly. In basketball, it's 6 fouls to foul out.
Indeed.
So it's a $5 bet to win $91. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna at least play until that game is over,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't need to wait until the morning to see if I win the bet or not.
Right.
But that's the bet that I got going on right now.
I hope they get the last 2
So
rebounds. I mean, they will play some. 2 rebounds isn't that much if they can be in the right position. What position do they play?
he's a center.
Oh, well, then, you know what? That's really not too much to ask. You'll probably get it. If he's a star
Well,
player,
we don't know yet.
yeah, he'll get some more minutes though. He's 2 fouls away from going out. So usually when they're on their fifth, then it's just like, okay, yeah, he's not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try and get Borset on deadline day.
Anders Borset,
Yeah,
that's incredible. What an addition he would
'cause
be.
he is unwanted. He's transfer listed at Madrid right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, this isn't a surprise. See, this is a funny thing is a lot of the team players we had in Denmark, some of them are really good, like really great. They belong on the big teams. They do. Borset is definitely a Premier League level defender, but some of them go to the huge teams and then they're like third or fourth choice. So like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not surprised that he went to Madrid and is already going somewhere or potentially going somewhere else because
The problem is Madrid. Oh God, how long are you injured for? 2 days. Nisha's out. The problem is that Madrid want us to pay, have a mandatory buy clause, and because of that, we have to make a contract with him now. So we obviously don't have enough money to pay him. Oh shoot!
I see that.
So I want to get him in on loan with a option to buy him. If he doesn't leave on deadline day, well, we should. I think we should have a good chance of getting him because Madrid just wants to get rid of him. That's the hope, at least.
Hmm.
And if we can pay no wages, I missed one of my reminders.
Whoops. Yeah, that's another thing when I
Set
was
for the
playing as
third.
you in the alternate reality game is how many reminders you've got set every single year.
Mm.
And like they're set to yearly. I was like, oh wow. Very,
Yeah.
very
So
organized. Gives me
what I
ideas.
do is, depending on the point in the season that we're in, I'll change the training intensity.
Mm,
But once every 6 months happens, every 6 months in game takes how long for us.
right.
So I just set it myself a yearly reminder, and when it pops up, I do it.
Reasonable.
Normal, normal, half, half. Um,
Nomble nomble. Half half.
like right now,
Nomble nomble.
since we're starting the season, I'm putting it down a little bit because we'll have 2 games a week
Hmm.
generally,
Hmm.
and once we get back to January where we have 1 game a week, I up the intensity.
Indeed.
All right, he's not. The fourth quarter just started, and he's not in the game just yet.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Tons of time. Tons of
I'm
time.
quite confident.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he'll get a few more minutes yet. Not over. Couple of boards with 4 fouls. Yeah, still very possible. You're right. I am confident about that. Okay. Premier League TV rights. This is what we want to see. Oh, man. Parachute payments. Wait, it's going to go down.
Premier League has okay. The Premier League has announced a new 5-year television rights deal worth a total of, where it doesn't change. Relegated teams will subsequently see no changes in their parachute payments as a result of the new deal.
Okay.
Okay.
That's, well, we're not going back down, so. Good
Yeah.
news for those who do. Will not affect us, most likely. Gravosti injured to start the season. But I wrapped my starting 11 in bubble wrap. They didn't train leading up to this game. That's how you avoid those injuries, Jacob.
All right, I gotta. Let's see. Any injuries? We have
Yeah,
one.
you said you had an injury. I heard you say it. You're like blah 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 is injured. I don't remember who you said. I just shook my head because I'm like, shouldn't have been training. That's all my thought was. He shouldn't have been training.
Ooh, John Watts. Let's put him in the 18. All right, here we go. It's game day.
Aye, that it is.
First game in the Premier League.
Yep. Away to Tottenham. This would be a big 3 points to open with, honestly. Make our intentions known. We are here to devastate other teams. I mean, I keep talking like this, but honestly, I think we're just going to like reasonably competitive. We're not going to be that big. Might even lose this game. The Tottenham are pretty good. I'm just trying to go with the confident approach because, my players would probably like that.
55 is retired. That's right. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that they have retired numbers in there. It's pretty realistic.
Well, so 55 was not actually worn by a Rochdale football player. It was a kid named, I want to say the name is Josh McDermott. He had a terminal illness and they let him come out onto the pitch for, the walkout,
Mhm.
and he wore number 55 and they decided to retire the number.
I'm playing Tottenham in their starting 11, Mohamed Darami, one of your former players.
Mhm.
So you're not buying. Most players don't train. No, starting players, starting 11 players don't train 6 days a week. Listen to Darren Bent on Talk Sports talk about training. You get the guys who are the club's prize players, not so much. That's what I mean. I don't mean everybody. I've never said everybody shouldn't train. The majority of your players should train. But if you are a few days away from a match and you don't want your starting players to get injured in training, just rest them. Don't train your starting players. That's all I've ever said. Starting 11 players don't train 6 days a week, not even remotely. Nobody's expecting anything from us. I don't want to say that. Everything is like, I know we're underdogs. We're expected to lose. I don't want to say any of that shit. Good luck out there. We're going to need it. No. Come on, guys. I don't want to say I expect a win. Yes, I do. Fuck it. I expect a win today. Hey, they're actually inspired by that. Cool. I went for it and it worked. Yeah, no, I've never said all players shouldn't train. Training is really important to players who don't play regularly because training is what they rely on for their development. But Stephenson makes it 1-0, 6 minutes in. There's a nice start. But reducing training injuries is as simple as don't train your starting 11 all the time. Sometimes, yes, they need their training too, especially if they're younger. But if you're playing 2 games in a week, they don't need to train at all. Stamankovic makes it 2-0, 9 minutes in. Yeah, we're going to destroy Tottenham. I predicted it. So far, it's going well. Do they even have any, other than Daramy, do they have anybody I've heard of? Kulisevsky. And then the rest of them,
Well,
Raphael.
we all know Kulisevsky.
Oh, Kasper Koch is their goalkeeper. Oh, fuck off. My former goalkeeper is their goalkeeper. I'm sorry to have to score on you, Kosh, but this is what you get. Maybe if I get rich enough, I can buy him back. I don't think I will. I'm fine with Neto. Neto's been a really good goalkeeper for me. Plus, he'll be on the Portuguese national team soon.
I was going to say he's Portuguese, right?
Yeah, and he's going to be on the Portuguese national team soon, and that's still a pretty good national team to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah, very competitive team. Oh, gosh. Thought for sure there was going to be a foul in the box there.
1-0 Davenport.
Nice.
First of the season.
Who are you playing again? Sorry, I know you said it, but
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. This is a game you need to win. Yeah.
Yes.
This is
We
where you
need to
make a
get.
statement.
We need 4 wins from our first 5.
I like it. Yeah. If you take in points off the teams that you theoretically think should be below you, you're making a statement of your intent.
Well, the one game we're going to lose is against you.
You never know.
All right, Jonas is back in. I need 2 rebounds, 7 minutes, no fouls from him.
All right. It's very doable. I'm not saying it's likely, but it's very doable. I think it'll
He's
happen.
got 1. He's
There you
got
go.
1 already. I need 1 more.
One
I
rebound.
need 1 more.
One
Come
rebound. Right off the bat, he steps out, gets a rebound. I mean, he's obviously good at that. He must be a rebound guy, so hooray.
Yeah.
It's weird the kinds of things that you can
This
bet on.
first game might take a little bit longer. I'm sorry
That's okay.
in advance.
It's crazy the kinds of things you can bet on. I was
Oh,
looking
yeah.
over my sports thing the other day, and it's like, yeah, you can pick almost anything. Okay. Time to make my subs. I'm only up 3-0, so I got to be careful. Hilarious. Moynes will play today. Rodriguez is going to go in today.
They tied it up.
You're away or home?
Home.
Oh yeah, you really need to win that.
We just all switched off, really.
Your team did? Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, you compliment the whole team after you score a goal, especially in the second half.
No.
No.
Oh, what I do is I just compliment the
Yeah.
goal scorer and the
Goal scorer and the
assister.
assist maker. I know. I know you do.
Excuse me.
But I have the approach that every goal is a team goal.
I'm just worried about the complacency. That's why.
This early? Well, I mean, I hope not. Oh, that was
No,
a nice goal.
no. What I mean is like if we score and I praise everybody, I get worried that they get complacent right away.
Oh yeah, that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah. I think it's their team mentality, maybe.
Must be. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Okay. There's my last subs. I scored my 4th goal. We got a debut goal out of Jesper Peterson.
Nice, nice.
Very happy with that. Now we just got to keep the clean sheet, guys. Don't screw this up. It's a replay for them right now. So, they got it. Yeah, they did. They took my clean sheet. He's worried that his players will get complacent. He's worried about it. He doesn't know that they actually will. Just worries, so he doesn't go there. I haven't found complacency to be too much of an issue unless we're like way ahead. I praise my guys after every goal. They get happy for at least the first few minutes after you praise them. The complacency usually sets in after the complacency or the praise effect wears off. If they get complacent at all, which they often do, but not after praise. Usually, if they're playing well, the praise makes them just happy, straight up. Okay, this is more replays for Tottenham, guys. Played so well up to this point. Why all of a sudden do they get to have some of the ball? Stop touching the ball. That's my ball. It's bad, Tottenham. Bad. Especially if you're the motivational manager 90% times. Yeah, it does. I just, especially in the second half, I shout every 10 minutes. I praise when we're ahead, and I demand more when we're not winning. It's just that simple. Never had an issue with it. Proud of your performance. And then at the end, of course, yeah, I'm going to tell them that was a good win. 3 points away to Tottenham. Let's go see if we can cheer on Rochdale to beat Middlesbrough. It's got to be done. It's crazy how much you and I have in common with our FM philosophy. Totally. Oh, they're winning possession on you? Ooh, that almost never happens. But then, a DM in the Premier League is kind of a standard thing for possession-based teams. That's okay. You're more attacking approached, and that is going to be just fine, I think. Come on, defense.
Oh.
Quite a few brand new players out there for you, too, so don't want to get too weird. Watts is playing in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I just saw his name. I was like, wow. John Watts.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Watts. Get the game winner. Here we go.
It'd be hilarious if it was
cross.
him. He's definitely not a Premier League
Watts,
quality player.
Go. Let's go, John Watts.
As he scores. Oh, welcome to the Premier League, John Watts. Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Substitution.
It's like it's like he knows I'm right here saying this about him. What the shit? That is
John freaking Watts
scores. Hopefully, the game winner. Yeah, dramatic. The timing, right? I gave Jacob that player for free because he wasn't good enough to play for me in the championship, but was going to offer him depth. He's 23. He had potential to be a Premier League player at 23. I'm like, he'd have to play a ton to ever reach that potential. He's 24 now. He'll never reach his potential as a Premier League player. He's a League One player at best right now, and he just scored a winning goal in the Premier League. So, FM listens. It's alive. Moments like that make you wonder, right? I don't care what you say. The game is alive. Okay, man, that's cool. That's all right. It's got some crazy AI. No matter what you look at, he got it. Did you get your second rebound? You got it.
I got the second rebound. Now there just has to be no stat corrections.
Isn't that his first Premier League match? It is. That's his first Premier League match. That was Jacob's first Premier League match. He got the win, which is the important part. But it's who scored the winner, and he gets player of the match, John Watts, for that winner. So, come on, that's those are the kinds of stories I love. I gave him that guy for free last year as a depth player, because he needed more depth and I had no minutes for him. It was my fault he didn't develop well because, I was that team that had a good potential player, didn't play him enough. And yeah, this one was my fault. And he never played in the top tier again. I mean, that's not going to be true. Jacob's going to play him more now that he scored a goal.
Listen. You should have been around for FM19.
Yeah.
I had a player that was League 2 worthy, scoring 20 goals in the championship.
That's true.
So you best believe I'm gonna have him play more games.
Yeah, he signed Mbongo in the League 2. Solid League 2 player, right? Big man. Big, tall, just menacing physical stats. No skill anywhere else. And he was just scoring for fun in League 2. And I'm like, that's cool. Gets up to League 1. He's still a starting striker. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? You got to upgrade your striker, man. And he's like, no. And, a few games, the guy's just scoring up a storm. Ends up being the League 1 leading scorer. I'm like, what is going on? The world does not make sense. So he goes up to the championship. I'm like, surely he's going to upgrade his striker. And he did. He got another better striker, but he rotated them. And Mbongo ended up outscoring the other guy.
I also played 3 up top.
You did. You played 3 up top for a bit. So yeah, he just scored in the championship. I'm like, I had to look, so I did. I'm like, this guy's like 94 overall. He has no skills other than physical stats. Like it was crazy. Had a player that started in the 3rd tier of Northern Ireland, scored the winner in San Siro. You can't make this shit up sometimes. You know exactly what he means with FM19. Yeah, I mean, that's when we had the broken 3 up top stuff, though. But whatever. Who cares? If you're having fun, it don't matter. Okay, so I play Leeds. We need a 3-day rest here. Nobody training.
I'm gonna show you something that a bet that hit on Friday
Yeah.
that I accidentally like just forgot about until I saw the money hit my account.
Okay. This is a ominous beginning to the. What did you
Like
bet? Luka Doncic record a triple double. Nikola
not
Jokic, I
triple
love that
double.
guy. Record a triple double.
Do you know what that is
Alper.
or no?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
It means three stat categories in which they got double digits.
Yes.
Alperin, Sengun to record a double double. And they all did it?
Yes.
Bets $3, wins 109. You're getting pretty. I mean, Jokic is great. I love that guy. He's one of my favorite players. But yeah, wow. That gutsy and awesome. But what made you think
Well,
that was going to happen?
I follow people and they give, I don't want to say they give advice, but they give projections on players,
Reasonable.
and the projection said for a triple double for Jokic and Doncic, and then Sanguine had the double double, and I said, you know what? It's for a couple bucks. It's like a coffee basically,
Yeah.
the price of a coffee to have some possible fun.
Can't argue with
Um,
that. Well, I guess when things like that hit, it's just fantastic.
yeah, but I don't normally play like really long odds like that, so it was pretty cool to see that.
Yep. That is fun when you can hit big things like that.
Yeah, but it's not common. Like I understand that 100%, but that's not common whatsoever. All right, Morrison. Sorry, I gotta release you. You're getting paid $6,000 to take shits in the training room.
uh, Louis Enrique takes charge at Tottenham. Yeah, it was funny. I just played Tottenham and they didn't have a manager yet. Now they got a new manager, Louis Enrique. I don't know if that would have changed the result. I can't imagine. Throw
I
ins
guess
attacking.
they figured they need one quickly.
Well, I'm surprised they started the season without one. That doesn't happen very often.
Hmm.
Here's Norway lower league, Austria. Man, people put up big databases. Japan all the way down to tier 7. United States to division 7. Though that one doesn't matter because you can't get promoted or demoted.
Wait. United States to the Division 7?
That's what it
Hold your
says.
horses.
I'm I hold them, but just trying to make the best USA database out there. MLS, ULS Championship, ULS League One, USL League Two, NPSL, UPSL Premier Division, UPSL Division One, local amateur leagues, and there's a bunch of those on there. There
I will be
isn't a
looking for
Division
that.
Seven. Oh, well, I guess, but it says there is MLS. USL Championship, USL League One, USL League Two, NPSL, UPSL Premier Division, UPSL Division One. That's 7.
Fake. It's fake. It's fake.
It's fake.
Yes,
Okay.
it's fake.
All right. I don't know. This is just what they put. You guys would know better than I ever would. I know. I've heard of the MLS. End. Yeah, I don't know what the rest of these are. So these are just made up divisions he's made here then? Okay. So what is the point
Yeah.
of this? Is there promotion relegation? Yeah, that's what I want to know too. God, it'll never happen. I wish it would. You want to see me get invested in North American soccer? Put promotion relegation in. Then I'll care. Great for FM. Realism in U.S. football is pants. Yeah.
And and to be honest, if anyone ever says it's a 100% realistic USA mod,
Mhm.
there's lying sack of shit because it is impossible to do in Football Manager.
Ah,
And I'll tell you why.
yeah.
Because the MLS season runs from February to December,
Mhm.
right? So it's like the Ireland schedule, basically, how they do
Oh, yes.
but
Sorry.
the
I got
youth
shivers thinking
leagues,
of that. Hmm.
the youth leagues run from August to March, and in FM you can't have overlap like that. So the the whole season has to start in March or in February like MLS does, and it has to end in December like MLS does. The youth leagues have overlap and they play during, December, January, February as well. So it's impossible to make a 100%, you know, one for one mod for the USA.
Mm.
But people try.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, I wish I wish North American, oh god, soccer. It's hard. It's so hard to say that word. I wish that they would add promotion relegation because then I would care about it and watch it. It would be really exciting.
Um, USL, the USL is trying to do that.
Hmm.
So you can kind of like take the USL is akin to the football league in
Right.
England. Um,
Yeah.
they don't have all the rules of MLS and whatnot.
Hmm.
And so they are actually supposed to vote on it in the near future if they want to add promotion and relegation.
What, MLS?
Um, no, 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 no. The
Oh,
USL,
oh
the
yeah. Okay.
second division and the third division.
Well, maybe that would set
But
the table for the MLS to jump in, but I think financially speaking, they'll never do it.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
they'll never
there's no
agree.
reason for them to.
It surprised me if there was a USL nation that incorporated pro from a regional level. I mean, it would be good if they pass it. That would actually create a lot more interest from fans. I mean, people in general who know about football want to see typical structures,
Yes,
promotion,
classic as
relegation.
well. Yep. We are the size of Europe. People, a lot of people don't take that into consideration as well.
Mhm. Fair enough. Yeah.
So we
But it,
have
it is akin to somebody coming to me and saying, well, they should add promotion and relegation to the NHL. I'd be like, no.
no.
That would just not be good. But then it's like, well, what's the difference? Like, I guess, but it's because of more of the traditional environments and rules that surround each of these sports. Like what do you think of in terms of league structures when you think of football? It's like I think of promotion and relegation. I do. It's one of the things I would probably name in the top five aspects of what comes to mind. A century plus of history is the difference. Thank you. There's another great point that you can kind of just mic drop right there. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, a century plus of history is a pretty big deal. I mean, yeah,
Oh, the U.S. isn't the only nation that doesn't have promotion and relegation.
true.
I
It's
will
true.
say that.
But I also have no interest
But
in any of the other leagues because I couldn't even name any of them.
well, you live in one of them.
Oh, Canada. Okay, well, I have no interest in our soccer here either. So, I love the Spokane
Okay.
Chiefs. They should never be. They should never be an NHL club. Yeah. No, but I don't think promotion and relegation would go all the way down to the junior ranks. That's silly. We're talking like AHL, ECHL kind of thing. The league right below NHL is AHL. Right below that is the ECHL. Right below that is probably the Pacific Coast League. So like you could make tiers out of hockey real easy. They already kind of exist, but those are farm teams for the big clubs, right? 1-0, 4 minutes in. Jesper Peterson has his second goal already. Man, am I glad I bought that guy. You like the Spokane Chiefs, eh? That's cool. They play in the Western Hockey League. I started working for Football Manager because I was on the Eastside Hockey Manager team. I don't know if you knew that, but the first league database part of that I put together was the Western Hockey League. And then we worked on Ontario and Quebec, and then we did the NHL after that. And yeah, it just went on and on. But yeah, because I started with EHM when it joined SI Games. Came with the freeware game. I used to host the freeware game on my website.
Bruno
Stamenkovic.
Anderson,
Peterson, come on.
a right back, scores a goal, unassisted, his first ever goal.
Nice, man. I love it when the wingbacks score. That's not going to count. I can already see his name's not up there, so they're going to call it back. Damn it. Nope. Don't let your
Oh,
lead
sh-
play drop. There we go. There we go. We are playing really well at home. Love when Trent scores. I love when Trent scores too. He's so good at that. Man, that guy can really rock it. He's like John Arne Riise of the modern day for Liverpool. Although Riise used to score from like way out, like almost half sometimes. It's crazy how he scored goals. One of my all-time favorite Liverpool players. I have a shirt with his name and number on it. It just so happens he wore number 6, but he was also one of my favorite players. Not just because of that, because he was just freaky good. There's a name you haven't heard for a minute. What a player. I know. He's left back. Great player. Great player. I really enjoyed watching him. One of my faves. Oh, man.
oh, he had a triple double. Okay.
Trying to decide who I want to play today. Some of these decisions are easier than others. Start with 2 subs. I also really liked his song that they had for him. One of my favorites.
Did we play you the fourth game of the season? I think we do.
I think that's right. Yeah. 4th game. So we got one more after this, then we play each other.
Well,
But I
we have one
understand if we
more.
don't get to it.
We have one more after this, then the Carabao Cup, and then it's us, I believe.
I'm not in the Carabao Cup yet.
Not yet. We come in the second round.
Ah.
Had you beat Man City last year, you would have came in the third round.
Oh,
Who
well,
knows?
it's not like I didn't try. Fucking Manchester City. I knew we were going to lose to them, but it was a close game. So, what can I do? Getting to the final of the Carabao Cup as a championship side was enough for me. It was
Oh,
exciting.
absolutely.
Super exciting. But yeah, losing it wasn't a surprise, not even a little. Okay, you're not even at halftime, but you are winning. Come on, Rochdale. 6 points from your first 2 games would make a real nice statement. Let's check out the numbers on this game. Well, your defense is playing well. That's what I can say. Holy shit.
Mhm. Oh, subpar defense.
Well, they're doing what they need to do.
Until Borset comes. Until Borset comes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'll be a real shot to your defense. Yeah. Not that the 2 you have there, like Dig Barrico, whatever, Digiman, and Rodrigo, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. I don't feel like you have terrible defense. Just he'll be a real upgrade though, Borset. He's good. Like him a lot. Big tall guy who can also pass the ball. Don't get too many guys who can do both of those things. Hey, they got Cody Gakpo at West Ham here. They still got Madison. He's got to be at least 100 by now. This is one of those games where I'm not really sure what to say. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to make it all nervy or nothing, but come on. Score here. Ooh, that's some nice range. Who's taking this? Arahan.
Arahan.
All right. He's the free kick guy.
This is in.
It's good range. Oh, but the rebound. Right onto the foot
It's
of
in.
Abreu. He hit the post, though. That was a nice kick. It was. He's off the post onto Abreu's foot. I'll take that. Very well executed free kick, though.
Thanks, sir. We practice it.
Oh,
That's why we have the temperamental player, coach.
right. So he can get on their case if they don't do well.
Mom.
Hmm.
Okay.
You maybe going
Sorry
to get a
about that.
different setup for big teams, or you just nah? I don't change my tactic. My tactic is my tactic. I mean, I changed my tactic from last season to this season, but I don't play differently against anybody. There's no reason to. I find most of the time anyway. I have a backup tactic or two if I need to change mid game. If a game isn't going the way I want it to, like if I desperately need a goal, I have a get a goal tactic. And if I want to change to two strikers with no wingers, I have one of those because sometimes I just don't have enough wingers on the bench. So I've planned for that by having my third tactic be an option to not use wingers.
Asher's coming in, and he came in aggressively. Let's see if he gets a red card on his debut.
Who?
Asher, my AMC.
Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, the young guy. He's going to be good. Fair. Tend to overcomplicate my setup, but only because it's fun. But you got to role play that, Like if that's the style that you want to play, you got to play it. If you want to think about each game and dissect each team, and yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had with that. I think that if I didn't do tactics for this game, I would probably be that kind of person. I would be just like that. But I already know which tactics are going to work before I even set it up. So that's why I change them so frequently. This is my fourth different tactic since we started this series. I just every once in a while I'm like, okay, new tactic time. I just reset my team and build them around a new tactic just to keep it fresh. But it is what it is. Because this is the one I'm playing now. Last season I was playing this one. No. I've never played that one. That one. This is what I played last season. So it still had the three at the back, but basically all I've done for this season is now I have wingers. That's all that changed. I changed a couple of roles and a couple of duties. I mean, it's not a far departure from what I was doing, but no, I changed it because I can. Eventually, I could just do a 4-3-3 DM wide standard setup. Just throw it in there. It's fun to change tactics from time to time. Because I don't want. It all started, I think, in a few FMs ago when people are coming in like, "Well, every tactic you use is OP," and I'm like, "Well, it's not like I'm going to put a bad one in on purpose." But so what I'll do is I'll just change them all the time. If I have a different tactic all the time, well, then at least I'm never going to be accused of using a broken one constantly. Although I can truly say I don't think there are any broken ones this year. Super broken anyway. I don't think there are any. Now that set pieces have been settled in a much more functional way, I don't think they're being exploited nearly as much. Being able to go from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3 or 4-2-4, yeah, where it's just situational. Not the smartest thing, but a good time. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we play Stockport. Nice.
I play Wimbledon. Wimbledon.
Mm.
Sorry. I love saying
We
them.
actually have a losing record.
Against Stockport?
Yeah.
Well, you know what to
Well,
do with that, don't you?
yeah.
Smack him in the face with a trout.
Mm.
That is not at all what you were thinking, is it? Nope. You didn't see that coming. Got him. Prepare your match for Leicester. I will do that. Okay, so I play Leicester here away. Then we have a week. Then we play Rochdale at home. So how is our match loads? Heavy. Of course they are. Wouldn't have it any other way. Played 2 games already. There. Get slapped with a trout would be genuinely gross experience. Yes, it would. Uh-huh.
So to back to top.
You must chop down the tallest tree in the forest with a herring. I don't know if anybody's going to get that reference. That might be just too nerdy.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
First,
What?
you must bring us a shrubbery. Oh, good. Jacob good got it. He knows. He knows what it was from. I'm just glad somebody got that it wasn't wasted into the void. uh, nicely done. Don't get me started. Okay, I won't. I won't. That movie's too quotable. I know. It's one that often gets stuck in my head at random times. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. uh, now go away, but I would be forced to taunt you a second time. Yeah, see, now I can't stop. I got shoved in lockers for a reason during high school. Oh, man. See, nobody would do that to me. No. Uh-uh. I was definitely a strange kid. I was one of the few that had like super long hair and stuff like that back in when I was younger. That was actually really rare. But I was also a goalie on a hockey team. So, yeah, you don't touch the goalie inside or outside of a game. I loved having that kind of clout even at school. Yeah. I told them we've got one. Love those guys. I love those guys so much. They did a great job. I told them we've got one. uh, you didn't really get
All
shoved
right.
into lockers. But it was definitely a weird kid. That's cool. That's all right. Go ahead, Jacob.
I need your opinion on this.
Sure, man.
I th- this is going to be the last game
Okay, that's cool.
we'll play on Wednesday.
My opinion on that is, but that's that's not what you want to
Here's
ask
my
about. Uh-huh.
thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well,
Right now, my schedule, the
yeah.
Premier League schedule, all Saturday games, so match load isn't going to be an issue.
Hmm.
Obviously, games are going to get rescheduled. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, they do that.
I'm just I'm worried about surviving. That's it.
Fair, fair, very fair.
My entire starting 11 is on heavy match load except my goalkeeper.
Naturally.
But the next 2 games we play, well,
Hmm.
after Southampton, the next game is a week, which is against you.
Yeah.
I plan on playing my backups against you. Just
Hmm.
I gotta focus on the league.
Right.
And I'm also gonna play my backups against Stockport
Naturally.
because if we get knocked out, that's fine. But then in my starting 11, we'll have 2 weeks off for the game against Wolves. There's only 3 games in September, 3 games in October. So I think if I play my backups against you and Stockport, I can go into November, sitting pretty.
Sounds good, man.
I think that's what the plan is going to be.
Well,
But today's the risk because everybody's on a heavy match load.
today
So
is the risk. I'm doing the same. Heavy match load, first 11, get in there, away to Leicester. Jake is such a quitter. He's not a quitter. He's not being a quitter. He's just planning it out so that he can beat the teams that he wants to beat. Plus, he's going to tell me that he's playing his backups so that I'll play my backups, but then he'll secretly play his starters. No, he wouldn't do that. We're actually going to play backups. I'm just kidding. He wouldn't do that.
I think I may even I'll sub Abreu at halftime.
That's what I'll do. Yeah, manage your minutes. Pick 3 players right now. You want to manage their minutes to save them. Once you get a good start. I think Abreu, Toth, and Davenport probably. But that's me if I was managing your team, which I'm not.
That was you pretty much nailed it right on the head there.
Yeah, then if you can sub out 2 more at some point to manage minutes, great. Otherwise, you just take out whoever's the most tired. I mean, you got some.
Thank you, 9 subs. Thank you, 9 subs.
Yeah, 9 people on the bench is amazing, man. This is like what I've been stoked about. 9 people on the bench is like, I love it so much. It's almost like every other thing is just terrible right up until this. He's absolutely giving himself time to plot. He does that. Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure things out. He's not quitting. Flying Circus episode. I love Flying Circus. My favorite is Life of Brian. That was one of my favorite movies right there. Yeah, Monty Python. Great. Life of Brian was funny. So, Jacob, have you ever heard of the Life of Brian? It's a Monty Python movie. So it's about this guy named Brian who was born in the manger beside Jesus. Everybody thinks he's Jesus. That's the whole plot of the story. You can see how that could be funny. Yeah, they keep confusing him for Jesus, although he's not. He was born in the manger next door. That's the whole thing. His name's Brian. Yeah, great movie. Oh man, I love that. Though we were quoting Monty Python and the Holy Grail earlier. We're just nerds. At this point, you could just be like nerds, and I'd be like, yeah. All right, 0-0 at halftime. Dislike. Far from pleased with what I just saw from this team. They all agree. I understand we're on heavy match loads, guys. I understand it. But seriously, we need 9 points from our first 3 games. I want nothing less. Hey, Laycock is the striker for... Craig Laycock is the striker for Leicester. Yeah, there's a name we all know. Let's go. Sorry, I'm going to check out how he's doing. Of course, he's from Leicester. It was in our other game that we had him, but yeah, I remember him well. I think I had him at Stevenage, maybe, in that game. I don't. Oh, Peterson! 3 games, 3 goals. Oh. That's a unique last name, Laycock? Yeah, well, That's funny, though. He's a new gen, so he's got to be somebody, staff member or something, because Craig Laycock keeps coming in through the game as a new gen. I had this exact same player. He's exactly the same player. So yeah, he must be a new gen based on a real person. Although I like it. Oh, nice, dude. I like it best when I see myself in the game, because I am a new gen in this game, but I'm always awful. So every time I find myself, it's quite amusing. I did see one Football Manager story written for FM20, I believe, where my new gen was actually really, really good. And somebody was Google searching my name. I don't know why. For fun, I guess. And they stuck it in there and they found this person's FM story. And there I was, apparently. So they showed it to me and I'm like, hey, how about that? My new gen was actually decent in one save somewhere in the world. He was playing in Germany. My guy came in through England, but they bought him. He was a defensive midfielder in that game. I've never had a preferred position. You're allowed to put a preferred position. I never bothered. I'm like, I'll just play wherever. I loved that. I never get this year of your birth, but they can get the month of the day, the name. I left the height blank as well because, I was like, it'd be funny if I ended up as a 5'5" central defender. I'd laugh so hard. So no, don't put in a height. Plus my real height, what if I am a central defender? 5'10" central defender is still not that tall. 2-0, Morten Jensen. Oh God. Make my last 2 subs right now. Preferred position. Yes, exactly. That's what I said. I said, like, one of my questions was actually, will it affect my chances of spawning in the game if I have a certain position? And they're like, yeah, it actually will. I'm like, yeah, that'll play anywhere. Stick me anywhere at all. I'm good with it. As long as I'm out there, I want to see myself running around. Actually, I haven't checked our save to see if I'm in it yet. This one. We've gone quite far in, so it's possible. A lot of years have been played. Time to turn that time wasting all the way up. Oh, yeah, thank you. Getting distracted, aren't I? Ooh, they almost took my clean sheet away. And tempo down? No, I don't. I'm not going to do that. Actually, what I'd do is I'd put on play for set pieces because there's no better way to waste time than have dead ball situations. How about that one, eh? No, I'm not going to turn the tempo down. I'd do that if I had a bigger lead, but 2-0 is not enough to want to change the game dramatically. Don't fix what ain't broken. You know what I mean? God damn you guys. Come on. Nope. Nope. Get the defending. Nice defending, Stephenson. But oh, okay. That's getting a little nuts. Oh, there's the raid sound. FM fan. Well, I guess I don't have to guess what game he's been playing. No guessing involved there. Let's see if we get anything good. Keep the clean sheet, you jerks. That's all I care about. I love how they're just passing it back and forth at our own end here. Good ball control. That's just wasteful. Oh, Laycock, so close. So damn close. That would have just been awful. People have landed.
Offsides, ref. Offsides.
We're going to do a little shout here for FM fan, who was playing Football Manager. What a surprise. Hopefully it's been good. Hopefully it's been a good game for you. 2-0 win. We'll take that to the bank. 9 points from our first 3 games. Yeah. Let's go cheer on Rochdale as they struggle and fight, and kick and scratch and claw to try to do the exact same. 9 points from 3 games. So apparently in 23, if you didn't have set pieces checked in the tactic, the board would get upset that you didn't make the most set pieces and kind of glitch. Really? I didn't know about that. Well, I've learned something new today. I don't remember hearing about that. Is it something that you recently discovered, or? That's okay. My defense just cost us the conference league. No! 3 goals straight in extra time where we had a 3-1 lead before 90-minute mark. Oh my God, that's a nightmare. Oh, you came in straight with bad news, but I understand. I sympathize. Affecting the ability of players getting new jobs. Wow. Damn. Saw it happen in a lot of Leluyos play-alongs. Okay, well, I mean, I guess you could know what that's doing now. If you know about it, then you know how to exploit it, i.e., take advantage of it.
Here we go.
Oh, he's good at setting up the ball.
Watts.
Oh, Watts almost got a goal while I was watching again. The streamer you watch on Twitch sometimes. Well, it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah.
So take that. We're in San Marino. Nice. So it looks like another
Obu,
third league championship coming up for us.
Obu, fantastic.
San
Now you're
Marino.
gonna
I've
fuck up, aren't you?
never played there. San Marino is one of the harder challenges, isn't it, in the game?
Yep.
Yeah. San Marino challenge. I've heard of that before. No, I won't plug anybody. Oh, that's cool.
You wanna know what's interesting? Southampton's 0-3 right now. They did not change their formation to go more attacking.
Really? Okay, well, I guess they got a manager. Well, here, let's get out of the game. I want to go find out. I wonder if their manager has the same preferred formation for all 3. Let's see. Because, like I always tell you, the limits on the AI is... No, he actually has... Oh, no, his attacking formation is the same as his preferred formation. So that's why. Yep, he's limited to these formations.
All right, let me do my training. Let me set my
And his
notes
playing
for next
mentality is
week.
balanced, so he wasn't going to. Yeah, no, see. I love how people are like, the AI is going to learn your tactic. I'm like, no, man, they're not going to do that. This is all they do right here is change between these things. And yeah, he didn't change more attacking because he feels like he was playing more attacking, I guess, from the get go.
Wait, I'm not ready to leave yet.
Oh, sorry. I
I have to do my training. It's okay.
just habit. It's a good habit
I
to
just
be in.
didn't want you to exit out the game as
I
well.
am certainly not going to do that, not until you are a-okay to do so. It's funny we get a raid. Thank you, FM fan, for the raid. Just as we are getting ready to wrap up, but it happens.
We will be back Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday we're going to be doing
We
this
will.
again. Mhm.
So,
And thank you to all the other people who hung out and chatted with us. It's always fun. Jacob Good and Plastic. And who else is around that was chatty? Oh, JJ. Yeah, no, you guys, there's quite a few of us still around. Oh, hey, even Wayne's there. Hi, Wayne. Of course, he didn't chat, but he's there to be supportive because he's a cool guy.
okay. So let's see. Notebook. Create note. Next two matches.
All right. See you guys on Wednesday.